Welcome into the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we unite under one banner. Live by the die.
Die by the die.
Ooh. And I always forget the one. I am Izzi, your lore master, and today with me I have...
Hi, I'm Julie. I play Kethra. I circle the moon druid, and I rolled a 18.
18.
Ooh.
Not bad.
You rolled high last
That's
week,
2
too.
weeks. That's 2 weeks in a row for you.
No.
I'm a little
I gotta
nervous
put
when
this
it's going to
Pretty sure
just...
that's a
when it's
20
gonna
for
I think I do it better when I...
Kethra.
Yeah, way better when it's in this angle.
Hi. Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Kai. He's a Dampier Hexblade Warlock, and I rolled a 12.
Hey, that's not bad.
Not bad for me.
Not bad for you.
That's actually really good for you.
I'm Adam. I play Eldon. He is a human Drake Warden. Am I forgetting anything? Ranger. Thank you. And I rolled an 11.
Every week we don't know how to play.
I forget something. I just forget how to talk.
And that's
Playing fine. Talking.
Every
Who's
week
higher,
it's
then?
like for the first time.
Eldon and Kai are at the same at this point. So it would be Eldon first.
I am Cuba. I play Ayla Maria. She is a tiefling glamour bard.
What'd you roll?
Oh, 7. I'm like, I'm missing something. Like, what am I missing?
I saw you searching for it. Like,
Something was
Playing will be
missing.
fine. It is the talking part.
Actually, Izzy, I believe Eldon would be higher because he now has +5. For
Oh,
his
but
stats.
you're not level 8 yet, so.
Oh, hey, you're right. I did
Why
reach
am I
20 on
always
my
a plus
charisma.
You were +4 up until now.
Yeah. But this is my level 8.
Did you remember to update your ASI?
Or did you choose a feat?
No, because your
What'd you
dex
got?
says only
Oh,
18
I'm
now.
Amanda. I play Iolite. She's an Earth Genasi Circle of Stars druid, and I rolled a 5.
Oh, nice. There you go.
It was a 3 last week, so things are trending upward.
5. You got a
It's all
plus,
part of the course.
+2. All right.
Did it, but then remember you went down. Could you do it when you went back up?
I don't really
So,
like being talked
there are a couple ways you can be following us. You can follow us on Patreon, and you can watch our VODs on YouTube. On Patreon, you can get early access to our podcast version, and we also have our after sessions that go up.
When I went back.
For merch, you can check out our tinyurl.com/DDG merch, where we have different items that we have up for sale, including nothing that any. Oh, we got a
This
couple.
side of the
That whole
table.
side
Yep.
has T-shirts and sweatshirts of the Woven Fates, or the Dice Dragons Guild, or our motto: "Live by the die, to die by the die."
Our fourth wall shop will not have any holiday sales, but the TeePublic will. As a matter of fact, right now there's like a pre-Black Friday sale, and then there'll be a Black Friday sale and like a Cyber Monday sale. So you can
sales.
look for discounted merch on TeePublic. There are some things on the fourth wall that are exclusive to the fourth wall that full price, but it's worth it.
For music, we are happily using Monument Studios, Fantasy Plus, Michael Gelfi Studios, Alexander Miller, aka the Boy King of Idaho, and Kevin McLeod from Incompetech as our ambiance and musical ensemble in the background. Links can be found in the show notes. Additionally, we are partnered with scribequill.com. You can find those notes in our show notes as well. They are providing us with the ability to do our recaps. Scribequill is, or it's just called Scribe, but the website is scribequill.com. SCRYBE quill.com. And what it does is you just take the audio of your session, you upload it to their website. It does a full transcription of everything, and then it basically takes all the good parts of what happened in your last session, puts it together. You get to choose a voice, you get to choose music, and it does a recap for you.
I like
It's
the
really
voice options. Like TikTok has like that similar thing, but the 3 or 4 voices. These ones are more emotive.
Yeah, and they have a lot more than 3.
Yeah.
I don't know how many there are, but there's probably 10 or so, maybe 10 to 12, and then a lot of music as well. You got to be careful, I will say, from a royalty-free music standpoint. But if right now I'm separating out the recaps from our main story so that we can keep it all separate there. So you can watch those on our YouTube. The second one that we partnered with them with is up for session 64, and we're on session 65 now. So
Does
go
it-
check that out.
Does it do like the visuals too with like the characters that?
No,
Or
that's
you do that.
I
Okay.
do
I was
that,
gonna
yeah.
say that's like impressive if that's a robot. No, I figured it was probably.
Yeah, it provides a video and audio. So the video has like a scrolling text. You can also edit it before it goes out the door. So if there's any misspellings or anything like that, it will be fixed. And it's great. You can have different accents, male, female, and then different music as well. So it depends on what you're looking for. Cons and events, Arisia, Boston, January 17th through the 20th, and I'll be there on the 18th. And then Captain Con is January 31st through February 2nd, and I'm planning on being there on the 1st of February. So more to come, I'm sure, but that's our con list for now. And then we're going to be adding some stuff about Fae as well in my notes here, because I've fallen off the track with our partners, but you can check out Enclave and Fae, both indie ttrpgs that are taking the world by storm and doing a really great job. So, anything else? All right.
Like, share, subscribe.
The port city of Dahim, or Dahim, or Dahim, or Dahim, depends on the day. Nestled in the southeastern edge of Emporia, greets you with the sights and sounds of early summer. The crisp, salt-tinged air carries the faint warmth of the season, though the breeze rolling down from the distant Vastigan Mountains keeps it brisk and cool. The streets of Dahim are alive with the hum of a thriving port. Merchants hawk their early summer goods at market stalls, sailors unload the bounty of their voyages, and faint music drifts from somewhere near the harbor, weaving through the salty air. For Eldon, this is home, or Emporia is at least. But as you sit together at a table in the Gilded Goblet, one of Dahim's finer inns, it's clear that home feels different now. The golden light of the lanterns above and the aroma of freshly cooked food should bring comfort, but there's an unease in your heart that you cannot shake. The news of Master Andrak's Rockscale's imprisonment has followed you here, a bitter blow to the man, Dragonborn man, who once guided you, who believed in you when others doubted. No one has told you why Andrax was imprisoned, and the absence of answers gnaws at you like an unrelenting tide. There's something else, too. Harsiri, the enigmatic sailor you encountered weeks ago, mentioned a bounty placed on Eldon's whereabouts. Who placed it and why remains a mystery. But the warning lingers in your mind, feeding a growing sense of unease. Someone is searching for you. Someone with enough resources to put a price to just information about you. Dahim's streets, though somewhat familiar, now feel less like home and more like an introduction to a place where shadows now gather and secrets lurk. Outside, the evening breeze dances through the stone streets, carrying with it the scents of early summer, wild flowers from the rolling plains to the north, mingling with salt and sea spray. Though the Vascan Mountains are too far to be seen, their presence is felt, an unseen force looming beyond the hills and forests to the west. They stand as a reminder of the legacy that ties Eldon to this land, a legacy that feels more complicated with each passing day. The Gilded Goblet is warm and inviting and welcoming. Its polished wooden floors, soft candlelight, and carefully crafted meals, a stark contrast to the weeks spent aboard a ship. Plates of roasted meat, spiced vegetables, and warm bread sit on the table before you, but the meal does little to soothe the tension in the air. Conversations swirl around the room, travelers trading tales of their journeys, sailors boasting of their feats, merchants haggling over prices. But at your table, there is only quiet contemplation. Eldon, your gaze drifts toward the window, where the streets of Dahim bustle with the rhythms of the city. The glow of the sunset casts long shadows across the stone buildings, painting the port in hues of gold and rose. Yet your thoughts are elsewhere, on Andrax, the mentor who shaped so much of your path. Why was he imprisoned? What could he have done to warrant such punishment? And who would go so far as to place a bounty on his student's head? The rest of you sit in uneasy silence, the weight of the situation pressing down like the summer breeze against the goblet's stone walls. The choices ahead feel heavy. Should you investigate the mystery surrounding Master Andrax's imprisonment? Or will you seek respite in a simpler path, avoiding the deeper entanglements of this land that Eldon calls home? The faint sound of the harbor bell rings in the distance as the last of the sunlight fades into twilight. Outside, the early summer breeze whispers through the streets, gentle yet insistent, as though urging you forward. Soon you will leave this table, this moment of uneasy stillness, and the road ahead will demand answers. But for now, what will you do next?
Ayla's indulging in every possible thing this place has to offer.
Okay.
So whatever dragon fire, ruby red lava dessert there is, she's gonna order it.
Charizard cake.
She, again, was not dressed to the fucking nines like some, but was also not dressed like a bum like others. Then, whether it matters or not, because her hair is shorter and she wore a low collar shirt, just that the jewel of the necklace is just very prominent.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
What time is it?
The sun sets a little bit later here. I'll say it's like 7 or 8 p.m. Somewhere around there.
So, too early to go to bed.
Well, it depends on who you are.
No, it's not early. For those
go to
of
bed at
us
2
over
p.m.
40, it is not too early to go to bed.
The characters are only 20. So
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
I'm napping at 2.
sleep. Who needs sleep when you're 20?
The Harriet 7 brings over celestial draconberry tart, which is a delicate pastry filled with a rich custard and topped with draconberries. Deep blue hue shimmering under a thin glaze of sweet liqueur, garnished with powdered sugar and a small sprig of mint. For everyone who wants it at the table.
Everything here has such a lovely kick to it. I very much enjoy this fire food. She says to no one in particular. Not even looking at you. She just knows that, like, fucking, that dude's, fuck that guy.
I'm not even trying.
When you're in a fucking mood, nah.
Fair.
Just everyone else. You're not even at the table.
Eldon is actually probably going to like stand up, like slide out. I don't know how much would Eldon would know how much a meal like this would basically cover. Whatever the appropriate amount of gold would be, plus 1 piece, he'd lay it out on the table for Harriet.
7.
Harriet 7.
Harriet 7 was technically the person who has been serving you is not Harriet 7, but yes.
Whoever it is.
Yeah.
Whoever it is will make eye contact. He'll lay out the gold. And without looking at anyone in particular, he'll say, enjoy the desserts. Especially the berries. They grow north of here. They're delicious.
Going to bed already, Eldon.
Not quite yet. And he'll push away from the table and he'll just kind of stride out the door.
Okay.
You can tell by the way I walk out.
Boot clicks. He's watching. I was gonna say he's been watching Ayla walk way too much. He's got that like sway.
Oh, it's if he's been watching Ayla walk, then he gets that meme, the death by snoo, death by snoo.
Cyrella, who is the silver-scaled dragonborn that runs this place, she like goes over and opens the door for you to head out the front door.
He'll turn and it's like one of those half bows, and then he'll walk out.
Okay.
Eldon seems to be in a bit of a mood tonight.
Yep.
And yet he is in his element, oddly enough. I believe he enjoys this.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I assumed he'd be happier being back home.
He left home for a reason. Perhaps there are no good memories here.
Perhaps you're right.
Desi looks over at the Drakenberry tart sitting at Eldon's space. He's like, anybody gonna eat that?
If
Yeah,
you don't
that-
take it, I
I'll
will.
take it. I'll take it.
You hear meow.
Well, we can share. Because, like, your stomach's smaller than mine, right, Nix?
No. He looks at
The
me.
one and only time that Nick's
No,
actually
he looks at me and
speaks.
says, Kethra. Say no. He said
Well, it's
no.
one of those when you hear a cat, it's like,
No.
I imagine Desi reaching for it, and then the little paw comes out and does like the.
it's that meme where the cat's punching the other one. I've seen that like 100 times this week.
Like,
Think.
they have to move their whole body to the side to do it for whatever
I
reason.
got slapped like that this week from Logan. That was nice.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Signature move. So Desi's like, all right. He's still finishing his. He did not finish his yet.
You can have mine. I'm not very hungry anymore.
All right. Takes your starts me.
Does not pick up on any signals. I love it.
You say he's in a mood, but this is kind of the only mood I've ever seen him in. Me personally, you know him better than I do, but
And she actually does that. Doesn't elaborate for him, but just does a.
I mean, I could be wrong, but he stops and just looks at everybody. Then takes another bite.
It's when the problem doesn't realize he's the problem.
Kevin's just sitting there like this, like, this is painful to watch for him.
We've had a long journey. I'm sure he'll be back to his normal, adorable-ish, bumbling self in due time.
It was quite descriptive.
Was I not being kind enough?
That was kind. Not bumbling, man.
In an endearing
Adorable
way.
in there. It's okay.
It's like he was
Yes.
going bumbling, man.
I mean, it is part of his charm. He's,
True.
but the child.
Hey, we're all the same age.
He's more childish.
He's more innocent.
I suppose. That's something I cannot speak to.
You said it. You go, Ayla.
I know what
Your
I
big
am.
flag flag.
I think I'm gonna be done here too. I'm just gonna get up and kind of like nod at everyone and leave.
Desi goes, okay, bye. See you later. I'll see you later.
Okay.
You found Iolite's ick. She got icked out.
Throwing food in a restaurant might have been her ick. Yeah.
I forgot that we did that.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, part of me was like, go after her, you dummy. But then part of me was like, it's not even a good idea.
No, he'll stop after like you get up to go, and then he'll look at all of you. Should I go after her? Should I go talk to her? Is she upset? I'm.
I like the idea of Iolite. No, she overheard it.
She's behind him, like,
No, they're having their in their head.
Oh yeah.
did
I just
Eldon
hear,
leave?
I hear
there.
Ayla like, no!
Keep him there, please.
Did Eldon go out like the door of the restaurant, or
Yes.
did he go like the back way that goes to like the rooms?
No, he didn't go up the stairs. He
Same question.
Wherever he went.
Stay here and
I-
enjoy the dessert.
I think she'd want you to finish her dessert.
All right. That sounds good to me. He stares at all the rest of you. It's like, and keeps eating.
Roll for shame. Nope. None yet.
All right, where did Eldon go?
He's just kind of, I don't know the layout. You don't have a map of the city, I'm assuming.
I did not
So
make a map
he's headed in the, he knows this town, so he would be headed in the general direction of the Keeper Hall,
yet. Okay.
but not a direct path. Like, I suppose he wants to kind of like go check it out without being obvious and being spotted.
Should probably change out
Being
your
obvious
dress
and
uniform.
spotted by whom?
Other keepers, if there are any there.
Other keepers. All right, then I'm going to have you make a stealth check.
And I realize he is in his like full
Yep.
fancy dress regalia.
Regalia.
3.
Okay.
There's a parade.
I totally see you walking.
And then you get pulled into the parade. It's a night parade.
I totally picture him walking like the
We do this
Fremen in Doom,
every
where
night.
it's like you're not
It's the
supposed
weekly
to
keeper night parade.
Yeah, 10. Yeah.
straight up see you though.
All right, so you head out into the streets of Dahim. It's
You get hit by that horse and carriage.
only if you want to be.
At this point, just laying his head underneath those wheel rolls.
Up another one. So yeah, you head out into the streets of Dahim. This is home in different ways. Obviously, Aporia is split down, not the middle, but split between, the eastern and western side of the Vastigan Mountains. On the western side of the mountains used to be desert, which has now been overrun by swamp due to the benevolent forces of Naklir, the youngest of the siblings who hangs in the sky, the smallest of the moons. Teal colored and known for being naive. Everything they do, so they say, is for the benefit of others, but perhaps without thinking through. They see a problem, at least this is what their worshippers say, and they want to fix it. But you can't just fix problems without thinking through possible consequences. And so 80 plus years ago, when Naklir hung in the sky above or in between.
That cat
Got another one.
You just got Thackeray Binks.
Oh, no. And it began to rain, and the water began to swell underneath, coming up from the ground, and all of the desert land in, as far as anyone can tell, Eleothis generally was wiped away and instead became swampland. That was due to Naklir's belief. Who knows what triggered it? Who knows what the reason was? But that the desert must be too dry, and so it does not exist anymore anywhere that you know of. But on the other side, where you're at right now, this is the eastern side of the mountains, so it's more swampland. As far as Eldon knew, at home. But still kind of that crisp air. It gets warm in the summertime, absolutely. But a little bit different here. Not as
So
humid.
I was going to say, the eastern side of the mountains is much more like dry and grasslandish.
Yes.
Grasslandish. Mm-hmm. And then on the other side is all like swamp and bog.
Yeah. So, and where Eldon has spent most of his time has been in the mountains. So,
Right in between
depending on the
fucking
day.
middle. Yeah.
in the side of the mountain you're on. But the people are walking through the streets. It's not the same type of culture as Yamari, but one that you're familiar with. As always, as the Dragonborn kind of seem to take up more space than everyone else, but Yuan-Ti, kobolds zipping through the streets, carrying different types of goods or messages. And one other very stark difference for especially Eldon would be the difference in philosophy in terms of how people are treated. So on Yamari Island, nobody goes hungry. There's food for everyone. There's shelter for everyone. So here is more of the...
Hooray, socialism.
Yeah, it's more of the, capitalist, monarchy kind of people. There's people who have and people who don't. And people just accept that as being the way that
So
it
they're
is.
like homeless people here, where there wouldn't be
In Yamari, there would be no homeless people or people who are hungry and cannot have food. Here, absolutely, just what you would expect to see. So it's just a little different. It's kind of like going from seeing what something can be and then going back home and being like, interesting.
We gotta vote for Bernie. Dragonborn Bernie.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Orange Bernie.
Dragonborn with like the hair and the little spectacles.
Once again, I am asking you.
The coat and the mittens from the inauguration.
You could spell it Bernie like fire, like burn.
Yeah, like B-U-R-N.
And he like has fire that comes out sometimes.
It's an election year here. There's vote for Bernie banners on the walls.
And he's sitting there like this, and in the visuals, he's just like,
I just imagine with the gloves,
Yeah, the mittens.
Yeah, the little mittens and the coat from the inauguration.
the cross legs.
yeah, vote for me. So anyway, yes, and as you walk through the streets, you do recognize and very gently kind of bow in
The cat's direction.
honor
That's it. Bow to the cat.
of the Adar, which is the Iporian army. However, more specifically, in cities and towns, there is a subset of the Adar. So in Iporia, they don't have, like, each of the cities doesn't have its own police force. The police force is a subset of the military, and that military is called the Vethrin. And in Iporian, which is kind of inspired by the Draconic language, Veth means law or command, and Rin means keeper or enforcer. So together, it's the keepers of the law, the enforcers of command. Basically, it's the military police, and that's just the way that they structure it here. But you see them...
Is there a lot more around
Oh, yes.
from the last time I was here?
From the last time you were there. Yes, there are.
After the assassination?
Yeah. But it is night. It is beautiful in a different way. There's a warm breeze, as in it's warmer than when the air is standing still, not warm as in Yamari warm. That cat is having a rough time.
Eldon just taking out his frustration. Just kicking this cat.
Better not get caught by Kethra next. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't get caught by us.
Just
Eldon will get his ass beat in an alley.
Kicking
He'll be the
cats
cat.
and walking through the
He'll
street.
polymorph him into a cat.
I'd be like, polymorph him into a T-Rex or something. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that to you. There's no dinosaurs.
He
in
rescues
Eleothis.
puppies from trees, but he kicks cats in the street. See how it is.
So what's Eldon doing?
He would think twice. Like, once he kind of realizes what he's doing.
Kicking cats?
No.
Think twice about kick cats.
That was not canon.
I really should.
I really shouldn't be booting cats.
Not canon.
Shouldn't have done that. Not
It is
again.
now.
He'll kind of think twice. Like, he was going to, in his mind, he wanted to almost scope out the Keeper's Hall surreptitiously, but it's kind of an impossibility wearing what he's wearing. So instead, he's going to turn and just go for a walk. He's just no particular destination. He's going to walk until he doesn't want to anymore and then go back to the hotel.
All right. What's Iolite doing?
Trying to find him, but she left long enough after him that I don't know.
He rolled very low.
Oh, okay. It's easy
There
to
he is,
spot.
kicking that cat.
Yes, now the cat screams.
Yep.
He's wearing ceremonial white robes. He's like a beacon at the end of the street.
That must be Eldon.
White and light green.
Stop
That darn Eldon.
that way.
I mean, I can imagine this place, like, mammals are definitely, like, not treated well.
Just ask Eldon about that.
I'd imagine there's less stray cats here and more, like, stray, like, monitor lizards and shit.
Probably, yeah.
Imagine this.
There's cats everywhere. Cats
Oh,
are
I imagine
everywhere.
because they'd be in like the window, like how like chickens hanging. You know what
Cats
I
are
mean?
hanging.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
I mean, I totally see that. Like, in a land run by
Eating all the
lizards,
cats.
reptiles. Oh, yeah, cats and any sort of mammals are definitely in the marketplace.
To a lizard or a
Nick's
dragon,
hiding my
food
bag.
is food.
Yeah.
All right? They don't give a fuck.
Nix, don't come out, buddy. Don't come out, Nix.
Yeah, he rolled low. You can find Eldon very easily. Anybody can find him, actually. 'cause he
Including
rolled
this
that.
group of armed guards.
Just a dragon just
Oh, no.
takes me away. Sorry. You know what, kid.
She's gonna run up to him. Hey,
Hey,
where are you going?
I don't know. To be honest. Why are you out here? You should be inside enjoying all the desserts and food and company.
I'm here to keep you company while you go where you don't know. If that's okay.
I won't tell you no.
You can.
I won't.
Good. So, are we just strolling?
Yeah, I should go to the Keeper's Hall here. Tell them that I'm... Just gonna back up and let the horse go by.
Like between us?
I should tell them that I'm back. But I don't know how that's going to be received, really. I didn't exactly ask for permission when I left. So,
I mean, that could probably wait till tomorrow.
yeah.
Especially if we're not sure how it's gonna go.
Yeah, I guess. But why'd you come out here? Why did you follow me?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I was worried about you. We haven't exactly been like talking a lot lately, which I totally understand, but I feel like since we set foot on land here, you've been different.
Different.
Like something's heavy is weighing on you.
Many, many things are weighing on me. I don't know where my mentor, my master is. I don't know my position here. I have many unanswered questions, and some of them I don't even know how to ask. I feel like there's a lot that I'm missing, and I don't even know where to begin. The hell kind of creature was that? Drunk bum.
Yeah, probably.
It was a giant hooved armadillo.
I like it.
Yeah, I definitely get that. She's gonna take the locket out. Can you show me him?
Sure.
She'll hand it to him.
If I pop it open, who do I see? No.
Once
I'm
it-
saying
Isn't it who you
no.
wanna see?
I'm saying that you had used it last.
But once
Oh,
it
it's a
goes
show.
to you, it won't be
I don't have to think of.
like once you hand it over to somebody else, then it's gonna be like you can show it to people. But
But would it be when she handed?
you're
it,
asking her.
Yes.
Okay.
What are you asking?
Like I'm imagining that
Who's in the locket?
because when we had first, because when we had
Oh.
first talked about the locket, it's
Yeah.
you have to kind of you have to like hold it and think of someone, and then you can see it. It's not like you just if I handed it to somebody, it immediately.
Yeah. Well, it works like once every 24 hours. So I guess depending on how it works, I was picturing that it would kind of reset.
It'll hold on to the last person that you were thinking of.
Okay.
Because I remember that.
And I
because
think
had-
it was. It was either
It was Allura.
Desi's. It was
'Cause I
was gonna
rolled.
say either Desi's dad or mom. I can't remember.
Yeah. It was Desi's mom.
Okay. So pop it open and look, and just kind of smile, nod, and then he'll hold it in his hand and just close his eyes and he'll think of Andrax. Then he'll hand it back.
What do I see?
Yeah. See. Well, go ahead and describe it. I also have the Hero Forge.
You would see a green. He's dragonborn or half dragon. I can't remember. I believe dragonborn. One of his eyes is completely white. Basically, it looks like he's dark green on one side, and then his other side is very much mangled and broken.
Oh,
So,
he's got a peg leg.
yep. He's missing his his horns on one side, his eye is blind, all that. Light green would be scarring. And it's way more extensive. It's just Hero Forge you can only do so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you see, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It was forever ago that I made that, so I was like, oh shit.
I don't know what he looks like.
Stop beating the cats, Eldon.
wasn't you this time?
If he's holding it, she kind of has her hand under his and is next to him, kind of like shoulder to shoulder, like looking at it with him for a second. And then she'll close it with his hands there, or his hand there, I guess. We're gonna find him.
I hope so. Nothing makes sense. Keepers we don't really take prisoners that I know of, especially not our own. So I don't. And whatever it is has to do with me, clearly. I don't know if he's being punished because he told me to go. He made me leave. Something else. He had mentioned he was going to be researching some stuff, some things, when I told him about Theratrix. This was back when we were on the island and we could send messages.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me back one saying he was going to do some research, and just nothing makes sense. I don't know why they would do that to him.
Well, we're here now, and we're gonna find your answers.
Well, thanks. I hope so.
She's kind of facing him now, and she's going to like tap the sigil on his chest. She's like, "Didn't we bury that?"
Yeah, I did. Theratrix.
Oh, you didn't like that?
I don't think he did.
Well, maybe it's for the best because it seems to carry a lot of weight around here.
We serve the people. And
You see the
get out of the way!
the veteran march right past, take a look at you, and they're chatting with each other, but definitely on a patrol. Different than
do they
Yamari.
have any reaction to me whatsoever?
Just a nod.
We serve the people, and I think they recognize that.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the keepers were important, but I don't know. It's seeing how people have reacted to you here has been not what I was expecting, I guess. You're kind of a big deal.
Let's see. Can I roll a stealth to blush? How does that work? He's like turning his head slightly, like trying to not let her see that he's like.
I have very high perception.
Yeah, her passive is.
Well, he's still gonna kind of like look down and away in that. He's heard something he really likes, but he doesn't want to show it, I guess. If that makes sense.
She kind of like looks at him and like remembers that she looks like a little rat and is like self-conscious about it kind of for a second. I'm really sorry about like Desi and like the dinner, and I don't know. I feel like that wasn't our best. We didn't put our best foot forward here for you, and you know, this is really important, and I don't know. I just don't like how that went, but
I'm not worried about that. Like, when you mentioned Desi, his eyes changed very slightly, like, trying to, like, think of how to describe it. Like, not hardened, but just the mention of him, and then when you say you and Desi, he just, like, the set of his eyes is very slightly different.
I know it probably won't cause, you know, a problem or anything. I guess I just really care what you think. And yeah. But we're here now, and you have a mission, and we have a job to do.
I don't even know what that mission is.
Well, I think we're going to find Master Andrax, and we're going to figure it all out.
Don't worry about how you think you make me look. I'm not worried about throne food or messy clothes. That's not... When I see you and Desi, that's not what I think of. That's not what I'm concerned of.
What are you concerned with?
There's a long silence. He does not say anything.
Pregnant pause.
Yeah.
I don't have feelings for him, you know. Not like those kind.
You... What?
Yeah. I didn't think I had done anything that would make you think otherwise. I mean... We're very close, but I've known him a big chunk of my life. And I care about him a lot, but it's never been more than that.
I had assumed, I guess, just by looking at the two of you. And his reaction to you, I suppose.
I don't know about that, I guess.
Well, I've told you how I feel about you on that boat. And nothing's changed. But you might want to talk to him about how he feels.
Well, he hasn't said anything to me about how he feels.
He says it without saying it. Believe me, I know.
When we talked on the boat, I told you that my priority here is you. Getting you where you need to be and figuring out this mission and keeping you safe and getting you through. And let me worry about Desi, but you don't. I promise you don't need to. And while we're here, my priority is you.
I'll take that.
So, did you want to like walk some more, or are you feeling like heading back?
Maybe walk a little bit and then head back.
Okay.
He's gonna do this. Dressed the way he is, he's gonna like put his arm out to this poor messy, poor messy.
I just keep thinking little rat girl. That's like the description that keeps coming to mind.
But he is not at all like. I imagine it to where some people who are dressed like that in public might refrain. That doesn't bother. That doesn't even come into his mind at all. He's as proud to put his arm out for Ayla as he would as if you were dressed, as if you were like the queen. Mm. So
she will take his arm.
You walk through the streets. The darkened streets, although lit by various lanterns, and especially where you're at, if the Gilded Goblet is in that area, it's nice. Looking at different kind of mansions and homes, and people who are dressed up in the district that you are in of Dahim.
We're on the good side of town, right?
We're on the good side.
The right side of the tracks, apparently. Okay. All that noise with the cats was coming from
down.
The other
That's
side.
why it's so far away.
Travels.
What is the rest of the group doing for dinner? Desi is feeding Nyx with a fork. He's like cut it up and is handing it. Like,
And Nyx is saying to me, I could get used to this kind of service.
That
Can we keep him around? Can I make Desi my bitch?
And the cat's like,
Nyx is like, I want to make Desi my bitch.
and he's just doing it. He's just
I
like
feel
cutting
like he
it
has
and
been
then-
since day one.
Yeah. Oh,
Like-
absolutely. Nyx
feeding.
is slowly turning Desi into his little moldable little individual.
He keeps going every once in a while. He's like, "It's good, isn't it? It's real good." And he cuts a little piece, and then and you can see other people in the restaurant. We're just kind of looking over kobolds and lizard folk who are looking over at the
And they
half
catch
elf.
Catherine's look and they be like, what?
And they just look back like,
"You got a fucking problem?
You got a problem? Have you seen a cat eat before?
Have you seen a cat eat with a fork?
Leave my son alone.
Get out of here."
I can't be home for 10 minutes before Kethra starts a bar fight.
Well, they're
haven't hit anybody yet.
confused because, like you said, there's cats for sale at the snack bars, and they're like, "There's one of our snack is being fed at the table."
It's a joke, but it's going to be canon, I suppose. I suppose
This
it could
one
be
will
canon
not
now.
be a snack.
Is that canon now? Or they're just animals? Like,
if you want cats to
That's
be on the
fucked up,
menu,
dude.
Do you honestly
Sorry.
think
Will not.
lizard people would not eat cats and dogs?
So
And gophers
we're
and
in
rabbits
Springfield,
and just-
Ohio right now.
I was going to say the
according to certain people, we're in Springfield, Ohio. Okay. That is a pouring from now on. Springfield, Ohio.
Oh,
You see what you've done?
See what you did?
do anything.
It's nice here.
It's nice here.
It's a different culture.
Eating the dogs.
Wow. You
We're the
love
we're the
here?
minorities in this culture.
yeah, there's a lot.
All cultures
Obviously,
are
tiefling,
valid.
but
Okay.
I'm not invalidating them. Just their customs are weird.
so anything that
missed
you're
you
doing,
have?
or
I
you're
got 3.
we can skip to
You can choose
bedtime.
a different type if you like.
Wow. That's an option.
That's a lot of mints.
I have a fear of smelling.
No, after
I have a
the
fear of smelling.
dessert and then the coffee.
Of course, there's coffee,
Yeah,
and then there's a
it's
nightcap.
that type of place. Yeah, it's that type of
Spicy-
place. And
spicy coffee.
then they bring over a port.
Spicy. Sounds
The
good.
port
Yeah,
for the
so
end, yep.
that's the end. Yep. So
The port is done, and then Desi's like, "All right, is there one more thing? I feel like there's one more thing."
Damned if I know.
think that they usually top it off with that.
All right, good, because I'm full. Except I could have another one of those tarts.
Well, come, let's take a tart and head back to the room for the night.
Oh, he waves over somebody to come bring another tart.
Eldon did prepay for all of it. So.
Yeah.
The tarts are on me.
All right. Anything before you head to bed?
Eldon lays out. He doesn't, even though it has his very opulent bed, he lays his bedroll still on the floor. That's where he sleeps.
Just Kethra's carrying Nick's like a baby because he's like,
He's like
too
a big
much.
round belly.
It's like
Desi's not
sorry.
drunk or anything, right?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if he
Drunk on
overindulged, so then like
Yeah,
she would
she's
help
a
him
sugar high.
back.
Yeah, his
but if
belly's
he's not, then
maybe feeling a little gurgly from all the tart, but no.
all right. Then they just walk back, and she assures them Iolite will be along shortly. I am sure.
When you say that, he's like, "Oh, I'm sure she's fine. She's with Eldon."
Optimistic. Good.
I mean, he's can take care of himself,
That he can.
and if he needs to, he just calls up Theratrix, right? I'm not worried.
You have a good mindset. Come, let's get extra pillows. She gets like 5 extra pillows for herself.
Do you steal them from Eldon's room?
I don't have the
Like,
key
you're
to go to
using
your room.
this.
If I did, I would. But
think
other
it's
than
locked.
that, just
It's not locked.
no. She just goes up to the conciliary and just I don't know conciliary. I can
Concierge?
concierge. No, there's like a way to pronounce it in Italian, like
Consigliere?
conciliary.
Consigliere.
He's had an
yeah, it's
aneurysm.
not- Or you could just say concierge.
The concierge. And just yeah,
More pillows.
she gets more pillows. So when she gets into the bed, it's just like you just see like a couple of feet,
Couple feet in a tail.
the tail sticking out, and it's just she's almost instantly out.
Okay.
The idea Desi's like,
I mean, she
"Where do I
disrobes first.
sleep?"
But
Yeah, he's gonna get
He's gonna
into
sleep in
the.
the bathtub with a couple towels.
He's gonna get in the other bed and sleep with his feet to the head. All right. Anything else happening on this evening?
When did we get back?
Oh, I don't know.
When we eventually come in, he's still gonna have his arm. Like, the place will see us walk arm in arm if that's where you still are. Like, he's not shying away from.
Okay. Yeah, dinner would definitely be well over. So the only people really there are going to be. There's some folks at the bar of the restaurant that are probably like flirting with each other and in their nice attire and stuff. But Sil, his name, the silvery scaled hostess. No, she does not shy away. She just nods, smiles. If you need anything for your room, please let us know. And that is it.
As we went up the stairs. Well, this is your room. So, thank you for walking with me and easing my mind on things.
Anytime. She'll take his hand and put the locket in it and close it. Like, keep it this time.
I will.
She kind of looks down at herself and is like, she kind of like goes for a hug, but is also like, I don't know if he's gonna want to hug me like this.
He does. It doesn't matter if you're muddy. I can't remember exactly how dirty you were.
I don't
Or
know.
rumpled.
Yeah.
You just rumpled, not
Just
really dirty.
disheveled,
just
not like
disheveled.
filth.
yeah,
or
we've all
anything.
Yeah,
bathed
you all took-
before
I
dinner.
Yeah.
can't remember exactly
She
what
did
it
bathe.
was. Okay.
Um,
So his arms will go around her waist and like do that pulling hug. And then
good night. Right.
he'll stand there.
Abruptly goes in the room.
He'll stand there for a second or two and then smile and then go back and sleep on his floor roll.
Okay.
And she's going to burrow into the pillows where Ayla. I'm assuming there's 2 beds.
Yeah.
She's just like,
Imagine like a little weasel.
yeah, like underneath.
I mean, it's the most comfortable place.
Obviously.
Kethra, Kai.
Do we even want to know?
Just fucking.
They're just always
That's all.
boning, apparently. If we're alone, they're having sex. Yes.
Except they never are.
Never are.
just
but
always
we're
think they are.
always boning. Always.
The
No pressure.
continual
Just
bone.
throwing it out there.
I think they're just after the ship and everything. I think they could probably use a good night's sleep.
Yeah, Kai's left out of the cuddle puddle. You're gonna have to be big spoon because
I was
there's
gonna say,
little
just
spoon and then
light hand
tiny spoon.
stuff.
I gotta rub his belly. 'cause
Kai
he'll
can't
wait.
cuddle when he's sleeping upside down, hanging from the rafters.
That's the case.
Swinging a little bit.
He's got the freaky feet that Keith
sway.
Sutherland had in Lost Boys.
Holding onto the bar like this.
Every time I'm reminded about your like Dampier vampiric thing where you hang. Have you seen? There's the really pretty black girl who does the TikToks or reels or whatever of the Twilight series, and she's always that Jasper guy
Yeah.
with like
He's
the.
like,
Does she have the vampire fangs
I
and
can't
does a lot
remember,
of
but-
Jack
She
Sparrows?
has like that bright yellow wig and the white shirt. She's
Yeah, and she's just so. And
I'm
so
thinking of
every
someone
time
else,
we
though.
he always looks like
mention-
he's in pain.
Yeah.
We'll have to show you at the break, but every time, so you get this at
Oh,
least.
yeah.
Every time I remember he's like part vampire. That's what I think of.
He just lives like that.
Okay, well, as the suns begin to rise on the 11th of celebration, we will take a break.
So now we're level 8.
You are level 8.
Yay!
I wish we had the little poppers like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next level up in 6 months.
You have a wonderful sleep in your luxurious rooms in the Gilded Goblet, waking up refreshed, feeling like it's good to have your feet on dry land, and all of the various training, the yoga led by Julep, the staring at the stars, and practicing your moves. On the many days that you were on that ship, several weeks, you spent about 2 months, or a month and a half, 2 months-ish, give or take, on the ocean. And has paid off as you feel just now with a good night's sleep, refreshed, ready to take on the world. You can feel the energy of the weave kind of coursing through each of you in different ways. And looking outside, you can see that the wind has picked up a little bit, just a slight breeze, stepping out into the streets of Dahim. It's a little bit of a windy day, but very clear, pretty much cloudless. So the breeze will bring with it some clouds at some point, but today it is a nice, even day. We'll say 60s, high 60s, and what are you doing? We don't have to do day by day, but just are you planning on going shopping? Are you looking for something in particular?
Catherine's gonna want to go shopping. She's got to find some warm clothes, and she wants to find a little jacket and booties and some goggles for Nyx.
Goggles.
Iolite will go with her.
Okay.
Has a similar goal.
I probably think about preparatory stuff as we're about to go out into the wilderness. Maybe some health potions and helpful things. I think you wanted like climbing gear and stuff.
Everybody should have some.
So practical.
All right.
Ayla is looking at jewelry stores and the shops and
Nothing
food markets
practical.
Nothing practical.
I don't know.
and
You
clothing.
gotta fill up that closet with
stores.
mangoes and
Leave it to the boys. To
There's
be
no
practical.
mangoes here.
I don't know if anyone else was
Just pay a
looking
lot
to
more for
get
a tariff,
upgrades,
bro.
but
Just a tariff.
Get what?
get upgrades.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Probably try to find some the local runesmith.
So runes are typically handled by the runesmith. You all would have access to them. They are very heavily guarded and only allowed by pretty much military folks. You all have the pass from the Valiant. You're not going to get the same discount that you would have if you were in Cassia or Calia, but just as an FYI.
How far is that going to go? Is that like universally recognized, or is there be like an empire that we're in where they're like, oh, those badges mean shit?
So they mean something. They mean very little. Where if you're outside of Cassia or Calia, but they have within them the understanding that you've been recognized by the Valiant. So as long as you don't go to a place that hates Cassia and Calia, of which you're not in a region that does, it's a little right now, but not enemies.
So we've proven that we're like afforded some small level of trust with these type of things.
Right. Like the average person who has a rune stone is not going to get that officially put into their weapon or clothing or anything. You would have to probably sell it. But because you are who you are, you can use rune stones. Otherwise, you would have to find somebody like Lunu to do it for you illegally. If you find them out in the world, in the wild, whatever. But if you were to try to go back into the city, they would confiscate that kind of stuff from you. If you are not who you are. As disappointed as you all were to get that badge that you didn't want.
Well, good thing
Without
we
it,
got it, I
you would
guess.
not be able to upgrade your stuff without paying even more money. So the question then is, do you want to do this here, or do you want to role play out the shopping, or do you want to skip to other things?
Roleplay discussions that might be had during shopping, and then let you know in the chat later what we want, maybe.
That works for me.
Just to save on time, so you don't have to be spitting numbers at us in real time.
Yeah, I mean that's works for me.
She was like, that's preferred, please.
Yeah, if you don't need me to be giving you prices and stuff. So the groups that are going out, we've got Ayla. Are you going by yourself out in the world? We're Kethra and Iolite are going out. Kai and Eldon, or you two are going separately?
So, it'll be a date.
All right.
A little bro date.
Yeah.
Desi is going where?
Someone's got to take him.
We'll take Desi. Me and you
I
will
can
take
roll
Desi.
for it.
Girl.
Oh,
I was like, we can take the
girl.
Yes, you can come with the
Do
lady.
you want
No.
odds or
Goes-
evens, ladies?
What about no? It's gotta. We gotta also.
What
throw
about Ayla?
Like Desi and Ayla
Maybe they
out
could be
shopping. I
friends.
see Pretty Woman like montage.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I vote
6.
for Ayla because it seems the most interesting.
That's what I was,
I was gonna say
thinking.
nobody wants to
think
take
so,
it. Like this poor guy's becoming like a passed around dog. Like nobody wants to hang on to him.
Let's see who gets it. It's the boys.
Oh, this is actually.
Oh,
probably
this is
best.
gonna be.
Boy.
Ooh.
I love
It's
the
a
idea.
3.
Day.
The 3 girls left early, and then the 3 guys all like opened
Did
the
not
door
leave
at the
Staring
same
at each
time.
other.
You never leave early.
First day on
I
dry
was the
land.
last one to leave.
She's not waking up before the crack of 1.
So,
Just a boys' date. Don't worry, boys stuff. Okay, just the boys.
all right. So Ayla wakes up late and is looking for jewelry. Anything in particular for jewelry? I'm gonna go backwards and like
No, she's
magical, or just you could just tell me what you ended up buying.
She's just out and exploring and just looking at stuff.
Okay.
So, if you happen upon something magical, hey, and affordable, great. But that's not the intent.
Okay.
And then she's getting canned goods or perishable food stuff for the wild.
Okay.
I know not canned goods, but it's just like
no, you can get canned
dry
goods, just-
ingredient. All right, fine. We're getting some beans.
Going real like Little House on the Prairie. I like this.
Are you
Isla's
putting
turning a
it
leaf.
in the closet? I
Yes.
assume. Okay.
So because I have
Take
the
some tables out
cookers,
to make room.
I have the cooking utensils or whatever. So I'm proficient with cooking things. So
All right.
just
How many days worth of things are you buying for?
2 weeks.
Okay. Sounds good. So Ayla gets 2 weeks of rations for not rations, but rations for 5-6 people.
2 weeks of beans.
Are you purchasing? Are you purchasing for Desi as well, or just the 5
Everyone's
of you?
gonna have IBS at the end of this. Yeah.
I
Why did it have
don't.
to be beans?
Beans are supposed to be really good for your
Somebody,
IBS.
somebody also needs to get a little bottle of Beano. Yeah.
I don't think she's thinking like
Okay.
this is enough for X amount of people. She's just getting stuff, and then we'll
Okay.
cross how many people it feeds at that point.
Pragmatic
All right.
Ayla. I like it.
Ayla would notice again if you're wearing the Starlight's tier, you're just, even though people don't necessarily know who you are, they're very pleasant. And make a persuasion check for me, to determine.
Hit on some lizard man.
You get a discount.
There's blue lizards.
Ooh, some good smell.
Just
22.
There you go. Okay, I was gonna say just tell me the numbers and I will. All right, so 22. All
I
right.
can math.
Okay.
Sort of.
So yeah, you wander and get yourself some.
It's
what was-
27 actually. Sorry, I can't.
I wasn't wrong. I said sort of.
So what did you roll?
Anything, but that's what you said.
What?
What did you roll?
I was like,
27.
What
Tell
did
me
you
I
roll on the
wasn't
die?
wrong. I
Oh,
crushed
15 plus 11.
Okay,
That's 26.
that's 26. But all right.
Even better.
Okay, so
Tell me I don't know the guy.
yeah, you have
math sucks. It's okay.
a
Don't have enough
pleasant
fingers.
experience of walking through, getting
Only wearing
discounts
one shoe.
on
You can still count.
I can only see 3 toes.
getting discounts on everything you buy,
Oh.
and feeling good about it.
Nice.
Iolite and Kethra. It makes sense that you would go next because we said that the boys kind of were like, well, now what? So you leave to get clothing in the city of Dahim, which I did have up my notes. There it is. Very much a different environment, Kethra. While you all stopped at the port city of Dahim to pick people up and stuff, you and Kai did not disembark from the ship when there was that quick stopover because you didn't want to miss it if it left. So this is definitely a new experience, going from the tropical world of Yamari to a more New England-y type feel, crisper air. And same for Iolite. You've never been this far away from your home. And the people are very much different. Lots of scales reflecting the light from the sun. There's various colors. It's very, even though the perhaps the architecture is not as vibrant as in Yamari, the people have just a lot more color. There's metallic glints of gold and silver and bronze mixed in with greens and yellows and blues and other colors as people walk through. You find yourselves there's two choices that you have. Thread scale tailors, which is high quality clothing for outdoor stuff, outdoor gear and whatnot, and then the silver weave stitchery, which is more stylish and functional with very, very, very light magical enchantments, depending on what you're looking for, like to make your body hold on to just a little bit more heat when you're wearing that very revealing dress or something like that.
That was a real thing.
Yeah, right. That mini skirt in the middle of February, you don't even feel it when you're walking to the club. The club.
So you have like drunk girl armor, basically.
No longer do you have to ask yourself if you should leave your coat in the car or bring it in with you.
You don't get cold
And
when you have to
risk
walk
getting
down the
stolen.
sidewalk with your heels in your hand.
Yeah. Just leave it in the car. That's what we used to do. Boots that repel mud or just let it slick off very easily. Little things like that. Nothing, groundbreaking. But so which are you looking to head into?
Which one sounds good to you?
I don't know. This one looks pretty, but the other one seems very practical, and we're probably going to be climbing mountains.
I think practicality should.
Okay, outdoorsy it is. LL Bean, let's go.
Okay. If we don't find anything, we can always pop back over.
That's true.
Iolite and Kethra and flannels with a North Face jacket.
Yeah.
with the LL Bean boots.
Yes.
You see, this is very high quality, durable outdoor gear, but you've got some gold amongst you, some platinum. You see this shop, it has a carved wooden sign that depicts a needle threading through a dragon's scale. Inside, the store is warm and inviting, lots of bolts of fabric and these earthy tones and vibrant hues. Leather boots, weatherproof cloaks, climbing gear, stuff like that is all throughout here. And you see there is a red scaled dragonborn, very imposing presence, who introduces herself as Drenva. Very serious overtone. So what are you looking for?
I think I'm thinking about Eldon and what would he get? Okay, gloves, I guess. Warm gloves.
Gloves, you guess.
We're a little new at this outdoorsy stuff. Maybe you could give us some advice.
Do you need fashionable gloves? Do you need just you going out into the mountains, into the hills?
Yeah, we're gonna probably be out there, so.
Well, do you need the gloves to do anything in particular?
Keep my hands warm. Can they do anything else?
Yes, they can. Depending on what you're willing to pay for. We have gloves that can make it so that you can swipe on your phone without...
Tactile function gloves.
Well, I do have Gaia. I need to be able to operate Gaia while I'm wearing them, so.
Do you have gloves that will not inhibit your ability to move well with your fingers?
Oh, I already have gloves.
Well.
That's actually the one thing I do have. But Kethra might need gloves.
Cloaks, boots, climbing
Yes.
gear. We have all of
Yes.
that.
Do you have first aid kits?
At a tailor shop?
I don't know. They have outdoorsy things. They have
Thought you were
climbing
at
gear.
LL Bean. This
Yeah,
for the
climbing
first aid
gear.
kits at LL Bean.
Got a
We
fly
do, we
fishing
have-
rod.
We have medical kits. Very basic.
Okay. That seems like a good idea.
Medical kits. Boots, cloaks,
I
hats.
want boots. I want a cloak. Do you have earmuffs?
You see, she just kind of tilts her head slightly because Dragonborn and lizard folk ears are are more
Accidentally.
lizard like.
Or they're like earmuffs, but the earmuff part is like not where her ears are. Because you're great.
You see a
Thank you.
Kethra.
Or a hat, or like a headband. Something sort of cute. Like imagine you're maybe like, what would you wear like on a date with someone in the mountains? That's practical and like kind of cute.
The flesh of my enemies.
she looks you up and down. I've got the perfect hat.
Oh.
Date hat.
Mountain date.
And you? All the same?
No thanks. I would prefer a. Do you have a black cloak with a hood?
That we do.
Do you also have? And she reaches into her bag and goes, "Do you have a coat, boots, little booties, and
she
gloves?"
goes, "Oh my
for this
goodness,
one?"
that is the cutest thing I have ever seen." He
Just
just rides in.
delicious.
I'm sorry.
You just hear a stomach rumbling and eyes narrowing.
I didn't
Somewhere
check.
the boys in the distance hear just a of an exploding tailor shop.
I didn't check on the gender. He or she?
He.
Does he just ride around with you like that on the back of your?
Most of the time.
That is darling.
Yeah,
What are you looking for? Little like booties?
Booties, a cloak
little
for
hat?
him, and little goggles. If you might have goggles for him.
Goggles. I don't, but I will find it.
I shall
find it
craft
for you.
some right this moment.
Will he stay still? What's his name?
Nix.
Nix, will you stay still so I can take measurements of you?
And of course, he's gonna be like hammed up, like. "Meow."
Oh.
Puss in Boots with the big eyes.
And I was like,
Comes over with her little, oh, writes it down. Every time she gets a measurement, she's like, oh my, oh. my
and Nick says to me and think, "Trying to get us a discount, bitch."
Work it, Nix.
God. So darling.
He's rubbing his head up against her.
I will have to make this special, so it won't be ready until probably tomorrow.
That's no problem.
Okay, all right. Oh, so cute. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. What else can I get for you, honey?
Do you have a warmer black dress by any chance?
A warmer black dress?
Yes.
She looks you up and down. Yes. I can find one. If you have another day, I can get you one with an enchantment, a dress to
Doesn't
keep you a
need to be
little
an
warmer.
enchantment. Just something thicker.
This a little
fabric.
heavy. Oh, all right. Okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
Ask if it has pockets.
They always
it
have
has to have pockets.
In our fantasy world,
Then
all
you're
dresses
right.
have pockets.
And
You
you're-
don't even have to ask.
Standard.
Here, meow,
And
meow.
the pants have big pockets.
Nix wants his to
Big
have
enough
pockets,
pockets to put
So
things
he
Oh,
can hide little-
pockets
he can
for
hide
his
little
little
bit-
hands.
Yeah, little
Put
bits
his
of bread
hands
in his
there.
pockets.
snacks in there.
It's like reverse when a woman has a dress with no pockets. They're like, it has no pockets.
Can you believe it?
They meant
Just
it's
wearing
reverse. Like
fabric
this is a land where
draping off your
men's
body.
I
clothes
still
has
don't
no
even care. The
pockets.
best feeling is when you go,
All of our
pockets in
are
the
actually
dress.
Fake sewn.
Don't care.
That
They're
women
like
have.
this big.
Aren't some of you guys' pockets like they're not real?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
fake seams.
In our
Some of them are
fantasy
like this
world,
wide.
there was no
Yeah, they're just not, they can't hold a lot.
there was no
These aren't, but these
movement
actually are
to
right, but-
stop women from talking to each other because of that's where it came from.
Mhm.
So women's,
So
that's
you
why
couldn't
women's
pass
clothing
notes,
doesn't
is that
have
what it is?
they don't have pockets because women were talking to each other about especially voting and rights, and so the men removed the pockets so that you would not be able to pass notes. Legit, look it up. It's
Now
real.
those dames
and-
can't talk about
Absolutely.
voting when they got
No
no
offense.
pockets.
No offense to the men at the table or any good men that's watching this, but this
No, but
shit
legit.
makes me hate them more.
No,
We
it's
come with
absolutely
our
true.
own, nature's
I was like,
pocket.
I don't have a nature's pocket.
I mean more
and
than one, really.
with-
well,
witchcraft.
you have one.
I don't have one.
Well, you have
I
another
have a
one.
prison pocket.
Nature's
I have two prison
That's
pockets
really nature's
because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I have a couple
I-
nail slots.
and witchcraft is the other reason because they would say that witches had
would have
pockets to
their-
carry their stuff. Yeah.
Ingredients.
Which again comes back around to women's rights because witches is due to them not wanting to
Now
have
look
women.
at you guys having fanny packs and whatnot.
Yeah, we got pockets in our pants.
We can't even get pockets
us
in our
go.
dresses. Damn it!
Yeah. So yeah, that didn't happen in this history. So everybody has pockets.
Nice. No sexist history bullshit.
In a
Love it.
world where like actual magic spells and witches and hags do exist.
They've got plenty of pockets to carry all the
Still,
components.
yep.
Those pockets.
Love it.
Anything else I can get for you? You're going to need to give me probably 2 days, but I can get all of this ready.
That should be fine, I think.
And I assume, do you want a quote of price now or just when you pick it up?
A quote would be nice. Just, I guess you want me to wait till I pick it up.
Okay.
Unless cost is an option for you, then I can absolutely give you a price right now.
I got a rich guy I can hit up if I
We're
need to.
fine.
Oh,
She's got a rich guy she can hit up if I need to. It's all right.
I can hit
okay.
up her rich guy.
Roll, how about both of you roll charisma checks?
Oh, the one thing I suck at. Oh, no.
Oh, everybody's dump stat except for yours.
Like Pat pointed out, I just maxed out my charisma at 20.
Yeah, 12.
Okay.
I'm like,
Mike. 8. Our charisma, I get a 0 on that.
I have a -1.
They're gonna need the boys to swoop in. All that shit talk about
Catherine's
pockets
just gonna walk up to you and
and
go,
all that.
I need money.
I know. And then,
Money, please.
I'm sorry, but you have pockets now to hold all your money.
She's gonna go, and I need to take the money from your pockets.
there's
to put it in
another
my
woman
pocket.
here
No, I
that's
know.
flush
Actually,
with cash.
Ayla would probably answer that.
I'm like totally gonna hit up Ayla,
Yeah.
but she's totally gonna hit up the prince. She's gonna be like, oh, I'm
Ayla
totally
would
taking
be
the
like,
crown's
you pay
money.
for your own clothes? Why would you do that?
She's like, fuck that, I'm taking the
What,
crown's money.
what do you
Fuck
mean
that.
full price? Like,
People just don't
I
give
don't
you things.
understand.
I have a guy. All right. Anything that else as between the two of you on your trip out?
Oh, a scarf.
And a scarf, of course, of course. Nothing else you want to add on? Since money is no option.
Can it be a cute scarf?
I'll put a little note.
Make it cute.
Cute.
What is cute to a dragon?
I want to know.
Like,
I'm going to find out.
You know, I have a feeling their perception of cute compared to a mammal's perception of cute is just so vastly
Oh, she
different.
really seemed to like the cat, so I think there's something.
Yeah, because she wants to eat it. She's like Alf.
Put like salt and pepper on it.
She's
drop
taking the
them
measurements
off.
for
I'll
a reason,
babysit.
for the size of the
Then
cauldron.
she's got the
For the
pan.
size of the
Just make sure the pan's the right size.
I'll cat sit. Just leave him here. It'll be fine.
And you hear Nick, no.
I want a cute scarf and a date hat.
And a date hat for the mountains.
What is
a mountain date hat.
hat?
We're going to find out.
Is it like the big ugly ones the royal family wears?
No,
It has,
just
like-
something cute.
Okay. Anything else? Any conversations that Kethra and Iolite need to have before we move on to the boys?
Kethra would most likely go, so, what's going on with the whole, like, Eldon, Desi, love triangle stuff you got going on? Because that's real uncomfortable. What's going on, guys? You know,
Amanda was not expecting a role play moment.
Catherine's gonna go, oh yeah, I have
That
no
was Iolite, that was
I
me.
totally forgot. I
Oh, I
have
thought
no
it was
filter.
You were eating the.
I was like, yeah, I have no filter. Sorry about that.
Are we still in the store?
No, you're wherever you want to be.
Just walking around like, so what's going on with that? You guys good?
I mean, I think so. I mean, Desi hasn't like said anything to me, so I just, you know, and Eldon's, well, Eldon told me that he has some feelings for me, I guess. And he wrote me poems. They were really nice.
And do you reciprocate those feelings?
Kethra, I don't know what to do.
What do you don't know? What do you don't know what to do about?
I don't know. I just don't want. I don't know.
Because I don't know how to answer.
I've never
that.
done this before.
That was so real.
I don't know how to answer that.
So real.
Poor Ayla has like the worst girlfriends to like
Heather has no
talk
idea.
about this. Like you have like a cult, like a reformed cult
whose
member
First lover
who's just,
was literally ripped away from her by her father,
Right.
and now she's
It's the princely.
dating this
Yeah, he
fucking
gets the
thing. And
princely
she's like,
side of
as
this
much as
fucking
she
thing.
loves you, this fucking thing.
then you got someone
a man
who's just
who's
like
playing a woman.
is like don't commit to anything. It's fucking
Man who's
bullshit.
playing a woman.
A man who's playing a woman.
Are they blue? No. Leave them.
Leave them alone.
Woman through the male gaze.
Is it because you're like afraid to mess up a dynamic, or Are you
Maybe.
afraid to admit something to yourself, maybe?
Maybe? I don't know, I just, like... He's just got, like, a lot happening right now here.
Ketra's gonna go, all right, we're gonna figure something out here. Do you have feelings for Desi and Eldon, or you're not sure?
Well, Desi's just Desi. I love him, but...
Not that way?
No.
Okay. And she goes, but you think you might have those for Eldon?
I really liked the things he said. And the poems. I usually, like, read them before I go to sleep.
Ketra's gonna go, girl, you got it bad.
What do I do? But I told him not to. I told him... Oh, no.
Like, you got it bad for him.
I just want him to focus on his mission. I don't want him to be distracted. What if something bad happens?
I think he's already distracted. I think you both are.
We have jobs to do.
We all do. That doesn't mean that you can't find a little joy in all this. And no, that's not a sex joke.
Okay.
Just everyone always says that I'm saying a sex joke, and I'm not.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make that point.
Who's talking now, Julie or Kethra?
Kethra. Both, actually.
The line is blurred.
That is one of those things where the line has blurred because I'm like, I didn't even mean that time.
I guess I don't know what to do. How do you, I don't know, make Kai like you, and then you like him, and then...
No, that was really easy, so I don't know if I can answer that.
All right, maybe I shouldn't ask about that.
Like for Kai and I, it was a good amount of booze and inhibitions gone. Not that either of us really had any to begin with, but what was left over was gone, and then we ended up in the sack. So I don't know if you can go by us.
Do you think if we, like, kissed that Theratrix would know?
Oh, absolutely.
He would, like, feel it?
I don't know.
I'm not going to kiss him, but I just thought of that because they're like...
You want to kiss him?
I'm not going to.
You should.
We have a job to do, and it's not kissing. Plus, Theratrix will know.
And
Theratrix is
judge.
gonna know.
Theratrix will be like, too much tongue. The first kiss.
If it makes you feel any better,
Reel it
Nix
back.
knew about me and Kai.
Oh, okay.
Poor little fucker couldn't get under the bed half far enough.
I don't know. This is all too much.
He's like, I find you guys funny. You guys are cute. And this little dance you guys are doing around each other.
Dance?
We all see it. We don't talk about it, but we all see it.
You don't talk about it.
Well, I don't. And no one's talked to me about it, so. And everybody, when they get shit to say, they come.
So I'm
shit
the
talk, they
last.
come
Was
talk
the
to me.
last to know? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you and Eldon, pretty much, yeah.
Well,
It wouldn't surprise any of us.
great. I don't know what to do with any of that. So, I guess maybe Ayla has advice.
Isla's whole advice is going to be like, are they blue or not?
He's not blue. Not any parts of him I've seen.
Hey, you got me with the whole bringing his that Julie Kethra.
There's more depth to her advice than
I had
color.
to. There's more depth in Kethra and just sex jokes. I don't know. I just think that instead of trying to run away what you feel, maybe you guys should both confront it. I know that seems terrifying,
Yeah.
but if you keep running for it, you can actually make more problems. Like, for example, how would you feel if, God forbid, Eldon's eye got changed to somebody else in the next day or two?
Eldon's what?
His eyes were trained to somebody else.
Like who?
Imaginary person. By your reaction, that tells me you know exactly what you want.
I know what I don't want, and that's her. Anywhere.
Exactly. She's like,
This is when a woman gets mad at you because you cheated on her in her dream. You're fucking this up. You've never heard of that?
If you let me finish,
Gonna go
it,
back to the
I'm
hotel and
you.
she's gonna walk up
Going
and
somewhere
slap
with
him.
this.
I'm going somewhere with this.
Sorry. It's just I've had that actual conversation where it was like, I'm mad at you. And it's like, what?
I never
I just
understood
woke
that. I've
up.
never had a dream and be like,
Like, you cheated on me in your dream. I'm like,
I was like, we had a fight in my dream, and I'm still kind of pissed from that fight, but I know you didn't do it. I've done that, but I never
not
done that
everyone
one.
is as mature as you, to be completely
It's
honest.
that whole feral woman thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that whole feral thing. I think just that reaction to you not wanting him to look elsewhere tells you exactly what you need to know.
What does it mean if I don't want him to look elsewhere, but then when he's looking at me, I get really nervous?
Because you really
And I don't know if it's a good idea.
You really care about him. You're more nervous to mess this up than anything because you know it'll mean something to you. There's a part of you that knows what he can mean to you in its entirety. And you're afraid of that. And as someone who lost my first love, never be afraid to love. And there's never a right time. There's never a wrong time. There's only right now. You're only guaranteed to have the moments you have now. If I could have one more minute with Ophrilla, I would take it. Don't wait around for the right time. If I had done that, I would have never known her. And I don't want to see either of you deny yourselves what could be an epic love. Just because you're both afraid.
But what if I let him care about me, and then all this, just, I break apart?
I think that's a choice that has to be made by him. Him and his heart. I don't think it's one that you can make for him.
I just don't want him to get hurt.
When you love someone, you never intentionally hurt them. But you're going to. You're always going to hurt someone you love. It's the intent behind it is the part that hurts. You can't be perfect.
Not that.
No one is.
Okay.
She kissed the boy already.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Pump the brakes.
Kiss the boy.
Kiss the boy.
I don't think I meant kissing yet, but I think...
Have you ever kissed anyone?
No?
Kevin's like...
Well,
You're gonna
let's
show
go
me
practice.
how?
Kevin's like,
Turn all the men.
Kethra's
just
gonna
move
grab Iolite and lay one on her and go, now you have. Okay?
Eldon, who?
What are we?
She's gonna go,
What are we?
we're still just friends.
Is this in front of inside the store still?
No, I think we're walking around.
I was gonna
Probably
say,
walking
'cause
around. She's gonna, now you have.
this Dragonborn's gonna be
So
like,
now you don't have to worry about your first being so much pressure anymore.
Okay.
She's like, but boys kiss different. Sorry. They just do. You'll learn that.
Thanks.
Now just follow your heart.
Okay. My heart wants lunch.
Mine too. She goes, I think that's more my stomach, but we'll go with it.
She's gonna take Kethra's hand.
Guy's gonna go, got you, buddy.
Thanks.
Just
Now it's a 4-way. Love triangle.
It's a square.
Eldon, come be a girl.
But also Kai is kind of like, this is some kind of polycule.
I was
And then
gonna say,
Kai
this
is
now
like
a
also sort of there.
Pentagon? 5 sides?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Now Iolite's giving side eye to
Kyle,
She's
I
jealous.
kissed your
She's mad at
girl.
Kai. It's a whole thing.
And Kyle's gonna be like, what didn't you tell me? I just did it to break the ice.
Kai wouldn't care. But
No, I don't think he would.
All right, so you go off to get some meat on a stick,
Not
Dahin
chewy this time,
Euphoria
is it?
style.
It's not chewy this time, right?
It's a little chewy because there's a lot of There's a lot of lizard-esque reptilian meats going
Getting
on.
night meat
Smaller
feelings again.
reptiles in this
Night meat.
area. All right, and then shifting over to what Eldon and Kai are doing with Desi. So you wake up and
Fighting.
the ladies.
We
The
cut
lady-
from that conversation to Eldon just beating him up in an alley.
Desi comes back
You
with
know,
a black
It's
eye.
the older brothers using the little brother to practice their wrestling moves on. I've got him on my shoulders. You're coming off the top rope.
What would have been really, really fun, it involve editing this, but if Iolite was getting advice from each one of us, so it's like the camera would be on her, and then it pans to you, and back to her,
Like The
and then back to
Office?
Kai, and then her, and it's like she went to each of us
And they're all just
individually, but
wildly different
like
things.
string together like a conversation like that would have been so fun.
So you wake up, and these two ladies are gone, and you know Isla's sleeping. So
So we just like.
Desi meets you out in the lobby.
Yeah, Kai is gonna bang on Eldon's door. Wake up. Meet me downstairs. We need to get things.
Door just opens and he's already all ready.
Is Eldon dressed in his keeper uniform?
Not in the fancy dress version.
Okay.
More of the typical one. Like, I imagine he like pieces things together in a sense. Like he probably has the lighter tunic, but with more travel-ready pants and the thing out. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
emblem.
All right.
It's just not the.
You're wearing a blazer with jeans.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like his
Yeah. Okay. Business casual.
business casual. Thank you.
So you both, well, you head down. Are you waiting? Oh, yeah, he opened the door right away. So the two of you are able to head down to the lobby area of the Gilded Goblet where Desi sees you and stands up as you're both approaching. And he's just like, hey, so I woke up and they were already gone. And Ayla, there's no going back to sleep with that snoring, so.
Yes, we've shared a room
Snores from
with
hell.
her.
Yeah, so I figured I'd just,
demon.
you know, I could go inside her, go with you guys. That's all right.
We're just gaining supplies, so feel free if you want to tag along.
Yeah, I could do with some supplies.
Very well. Well, you ready?
Of course.
All right then. Let's head out.
Get out into the streets of Dahim, and Desi, only a few minutes in, just kind of leans in and is like, "Hey, I noticed to you, Eldon, that Theratrix isn't out. I've kind of seen some of your folks around, keepers, with their drakes. You're not doing that?"
No. Theratrix isn't a drake.
Yeah.
He's a dragon. And there's some contention questions I have about that.
Oh. So you kind of keep him a secret? If
More or
anybody
less.
asks.
More or less.
Good to know. Good to know.
Oh, he's gonna rat. He's gonna rat.
So they usually kind of leave you all. Just go off shopping on their own.
They tend to do that.
At times.
It's kind of dangerous.
Well, we don't exactly always stay in between the lines.
Yeah.
And they can handle themselves.
Yep. Yeah, they can. They do a damn good job of it. Sorry to tag along with you. I have a hard time being alone.
It's understandable, but there was something I wanted to speak with you about.
Oh, all right.
As we shift down a dark alley.
Back on Yamari Island, you found out who I was.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if I could trust you with that, so I may have I think Iolite said I might have intimidated you a little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
But from Maury's reaction when I told him who I was, you kept my confidence.
Yeah. You told me to, and then I was pretty sure you'd kill me if I said anything. Not that, I mean, you... Listen. I can keep a secret.
I'm not used to being around people who are trustworthy, so... Thanks.
Anytime. I'm trustworthy. I mean... You... brought Iolite back, so... Not that I wouldn't anyway, but...
I didn't bring her back.
Well, that's what she
I
said.
asked the Raven Queen to.
Well, you must be pretty special to the Raven Queen then for her to listen.
I don't have the ability to bring someone back.
I'll keep that in mind. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that.
I don't think that was... I don't know if I'll ever be able to ask that again. So... don't do anything stupid. And get yourself killed.
I would never. Nope. I'm good with being alive for as long as I can be.
Good. We already have enough people with a death wish in our group.
Yeah. He looks around like trying to think about who that might be, but then just nods. Yeah.
All right. So, what do we need, gentlemen? I think potions and some runes I need put in.
Sounds good to me. We'll want some climbing gear for everybody. I think the girls are probably out getting warmer clothes, hopefully. So we'd want to get some too.
I was like, nope.
2 to 3.
I got something already.
Desi looks at Eldon. So you look like you're feeling better. Last night must have been rough, kind of coming home, and I don't know. You look better. You look better.
Thanks. I had some reassurances.
Iolite's good at that.
Yeah, you do seem in better spirits.
Thanks.
It's like code for you've been a dick the past 6 days.
Coming from the party fucking
Party
jerk.
dick. Yeah.
From the party
I was
dick,
gonna say
yes.
party dick, but then I was like,
Now you're the party dick. It's all
I'm
right.
gonna sit back on that one. Giggity.
Not that kind of.
Giggity.
Not the giggity type. No.
Don't joke on the party dick now.
We're just literally just between you and Kethra. We're just literally just killing poor Iolite today. We're just challenging all her.
Help it. We are.
I know it's past. What is it? It's past 7.
It's past 7. The Savage comes out. It's fine.
7 p.m., everyone.
Yeah, I would say after 7, the Savage. Sorry, guys.
He looks again at Eldon. He's sort of like you're walking and talking. He's like, yeah, so you got back kind of late? Are there
Yeah.
good sights to see at midnight in Dahim?
One in particular. Last night.
Smooth.
Well, do tell.
Never kiss and tell.
He goes, oh. He looks at Kai.
I don't feel so bad.
He looks
Now I
at
don't feel so bad as Kethra for laying one on you because he'll be lying about it.
he looks at Kai and then he like kind of elbow nudges a little bit. He's like, oh shit.
Eldon is full of surprises.
Yeah.
Full full of shit.
Eldon just shakes. He just
Full of
shakes. He
shit.
like shakes his head.
Can
As he walks.
Kai maybe make an insight check, see if he
See if he's full of shit?
believes Eldon?
Is there a way to willingly fail? Because when I said it, I was supposed to be jokingly, but
Yeah, you don't need to roll.
it can be
unless,
canon if that's what everyone
unless you
wants.
want to
to do.
roll to
Canon now,
see
dude.
if you
Canon
get
now.
like a nat 1 or something, just to see if you really.
He
read
only
into
said it
wrong.
because it was Desi. He wouldn't have said it if
Yeah.
if it was just us two. He wouldn't have phrased it that way. But
You just wanted to get under his skin a little?
yeah,
Yeah, he's like,
I'm
oh
scored.
wow, and then he makes eyes to Kai a little bit. I won't ask anymore.
so you know that I was just saying that. All right. Eldon's gonna throw him a look like, like fuck that guy. I know. I know. I feel bad. I like Desdeer. I do. I feel bad as Adam that Eldon has to dislike him.
He just says, well, good for you. Iolite's always really good for making you feel better when you're in a bad mood. She just has she's got a way about her. It's really sincere and she's real special.
She's a good woman.
Yeah.
The best I've
She
seen.
is. A woman. Yeah, I guess we are kind of old now. What? 20.
Ancient
That's adults.
in most cultures.
Yeah. Good for you. Pats you on the shoulder.
I thought he was going for the high five. And he would sit there like this.
My wife.
And then you just all walk together. He gets quiet after that.
He's
No more
contemplating how to get
questions.
rid of you now.
You can try.
You see him looking around after that part of the conversation, he almost like loses interest in the two of you and just starts looking around at all this new, every once in a while you hear him say like, oh shit, look at that. And whatever it is, it's some new thing in Emporia that he's never seen before. And you find yourselves, you make your way to where is my
I so
shit?
badly want to be like, oh, the best way to show respect to a dragonborn is to stare them in the eyes.
So he gets
To
fucking
fuck
knocked
with-
out or
just to
something.
fuck with them, but I can't. I don't. Adam doesn't have the heart to do that. Some dragonborn's gonna be like, oh, bite his fucking head off.
There's an adventuring shop or a rare goods and curiosities shop. So the adventuring shop is the Weathered Compass, and there's the Hearth's Hoard.
The adventuring shop first,
I mean, Kai wants to go to
the fancy one.
the magic. What was it? The horde.
Yeah, it's more about it's rare goods and curiosities.
But
I'll go pick up the necessary supplies. I know what we need. Is there anything you would like in particular? And you, Desdeer.
Oh, I might. I'm not going with you then. All right.
You can come.
No, I mean I was gonna ask which one of you wants me, but looks like you already made.
you
your
may want to get some climbing gear as well.
Oh, okay. So then I am going with you. Let's go.
Let's go, bro.
Kai's got a nice little smirk on his face as he's passing by.
All right, Kai, you head into the Hearth's Hoard. There is a Yuan-Ti pureblood who's standing at the counter of this shop. It's built with very dark stone. There's ivy creeping up the walls on the inside and the out. The windows are filled with an array of shiny trinkets and curiosities and oddities. The store is pretty cluttered, but in like an oddly organized way. There's shelves and nooks crammed with all kinds of things. Some that appear more real than others, or more like there's rare items, but you can't just sell anything in the city. It's rare, but not rare. Not
rare more like
not-
unique as
Yeah.
opposed to like
As opposed to, here's a scroll of 9th level fireball that you can just buy in the shop in the middle of the city. Alchemical components, relics. It's very thick with the scent of incense. And there's a little bit of this like soft music, so we'll switch over to quiet noises outside. And more music. As you enter in here, and you see this Yuan-Ti pureblood who has iridescent scales that shimmer faintly under this like lantern light in the space. She has like a hood on very lightly, so you can still see her face. She's not trying to obscure herself, but and as you enter, you hear a very smooth and melodic voice, and she just says, "Welcome. How can I help you?"
looking for some supplies. We're about to be heading out of the city soon.
In which direction? Towards the sea, or towards the mountains, or towards the hills?
Towards the mountains.
I recognize the Devenian accent. Just visiting.
Just passing through.
And will you be protecting yourself or others?
A little bit of both.
Well, how can I help you? I've got a variety of potions, some healing drafts, some anti-poison.
Well, definitely interested in the healing drafts and nature, and perhaps maybe something that could help if somebody were to fall off the side of a mountain.
Help to catch them?
Yes.
We can find that for you. So she will, again, I can get you other things. But while you are there, in my notes, you notice looking around in the shop lots of different oddities. And one that catches your eye is in this very small, not small like tiny, but only a few inches tall glass case. There's this egg-like shape that's it's locked, so you can't just pick it up. And it kind of catches your eye. It's very simple, but there seems to be an aura about it. And when she sees you looking over at it, she says, "Oh, you've noticed. This egg came to me from an interesting individual who claimed to be a former keeper
Really?
many years ago.
What's so special about it?
Well, I don't know, except that allegedly it comes from the womb of the Vascan Mountains. Something to do with the god that they all believe in.
How much?
Not really interested in parting with it for money, but if you have something equally rare or intriguing
How well do
to
you kiss?
trade. Tongue flicks out.
Come on, Kai, take one for the team.
You don't need another Theratrix.
It's tongue
I've
versus
never
your fangs.
kissed anyone before, so
No.
What about something with a connection to another world?
depends on the world.
He's gonna pull out the Eclipse of the Veil Sight ring from a strange land of aberrations, dark magics. They say it'll whisper to you if you wear it.
What kind of whispers?
Sexy ones.
Sexy whispers.
Depends on who wears it. Didn't have much an effect on me, but I'm a bit stubborn and hard-headed.
She lets you hold it, and then you hear her kind of like whispering, and she moves her hands slightly and hovers it over the ring in your hand. And then after a moment, you just see like the pupils of her eye, not the eye itself, but just the flash ever so slightly, the slits of her eye. And then she smiles and she says, "Place it down. That'll do." She picks up the case with the egg in it and hands it off. "Pleasure doing business. And I'll get the rest of your items ready."
Very well, then.
Switching over to Eldon and Desi.
This is what we're waiting for.
Yo.
You continue on until you get a little bit closer to the weathered compass. And Desi's like asking several questions, almost kind of nervously, it seems. But he's like, "Are we getting stuff for everybody? Should I get anything for like Maury? They're probably all right. Probably all right. Yeah, they've got plenty of money. Are we getting stuff for like Kethra and Ayla and..."
I'll be getting gear for everybody, yes.
All right.
I'm assuming Maury would be getting gear for his group.
Yeah, probably. I would assume. So, yeah. Probably.
He's a smart man. Makes sense.
Yeah, he's real smart. Very smart. Super intelligent.
Just ka-ting, opens the door.
You see this cozy, rustic shop. It's kind of tucked away near the harbor. And exterior is made of weathered stone and dark timber. There's a swinging side outside that has a compass rose. And inside, warm glow of lanterns reflecting off of the shelves. And you can see there's a bunch of supplies for travelers, adventurers, coils of rope, lantern oil, cloaks, climbing gear, everything that you could possibly want. And the wooden floor creaks as you walk in. You see a lizard folk. You immediately notice that this lizard folk is like pale gray with like little hints of silver. He kind of almost has this weather-worn look to him. And you've been in this store before. You know that this is Lazel. And the folks around here call him Salt Scale because of how he looks.
Almost sounds meat. Sounds like a slur or something. I don't know. I don't like that. Eldon doesn't call him that.
It's like a... he's Lazel Varix, or Salt Scale. And when you come in, he smiles, and you can see that every other time you've come into the store, he's been like drawing maps. He's just got maps all over the place, so he's drawing maps and you come in. And there's a little like glint in his eyes as you both enter, and the ding of the bell stands up. Welcome back.
How have you been?
Quite well. How can I help you?
I'm leading a group up into the mountains.
Of course you are. Amazing. Good job. Promotion? Within the ranks?
No. Well,
No?
yes, but no.
Oh. Yes, no. Great. Fabulous. How can I help you? What can I get for you?
I need enough climbing gear and
Plenty.
everything needed. Enough for 6 people.
6? Are you sure you're not in charge of a regiment?
No.
I feel like you're not giving yourself enough credit.
You know
Well-
us. We have to keep it close to the chest.
We'll get everything for you. Are you part of his regiment? And he addresses Desi. He's like looking around. He's like, "Oh no,
Yes.
yes, I am." Doing the mental math. 5, 6. Yeah, I am. He like puts his arm around Eldon's shoulder. He's like,
I'm finally in now.
"Yeah, I guess I'm part of the regiment." And you see Lazel going through, and he's like, "Great. Okay, all right. So climbing gear," and he's going through the shelving.
Ropes, climbing gear, spikes. Probably pick up a Eldon knows his way through the mountains, but probably like a map. Since you mentioned all the maps, probably a map for in case something happens.
Okay.
Just literally flat everything Eldon knows that we would need to get through.
Okay. So as you're going through, you hover over the various maps, and you can see that Lazel, like, you can't get maps just printed unless you have one of those special quills that just draws things for you that you saw in, like, the harbor of Yamari. But you can tell almost that, like, Mr. Varix here likes to do the hand drawing of the maps. He just enjoys it. But as you're hovering over one of the maps, it looks a little different. It's still a map of the Eporian region that you're in. It kind of cuts off just to the west of the Vascan Mountains, and when you peer down at it, you can see it's not hand drawn not in the way that Varix's handwriting. You can tell, like, he's got a script. He's been perfecting this way that he writes names, and it's different. He gathers everything, and as you're looking at it, he says, "Oh, very, very peculiar. This one came in to me not that long ago. It just kind of appeared here, but you'll notice I thought was quite unique and strange. But right here on the line, right below where the that tower is that you told me, the Tower of Esperance. You see this right here?" And he shows you on the map. There's like a different trail that has been marked. And it's not on any of the other maps that you have, and I might not even have it on this one. I will move this shit over so that you can see. Where is my mouse? There it is. Up here. So
cool seeing all the names and stuff that I came up with. That makes me like unreasonably happy.
you see that right about where it says mountains, give or take,
Just to the left of the hole.
just to the left of the hole, yes.
I think I didn't name that on purpose.
There's a trail that seems to lightly lead from either of these areas, the trail to the hole or from Coal Spire down to the south. Right nestled in is just a marker. Doesn't say what it is, it's just a little mark that, and Lazel is like, doesn't show up on any of my other maps. I don't know where it really came from, but I did find it quite odd as I just don't know what's there.
I'll take it.
Of course. I am going to just write this down on one of my others so that I can keep track. Just in case if it turns out to be something really good. Cut me in. Let the keepers know that you got it here.
Of course.
I would really love to get an in on their map making. So you gather up all that stuff. Desi kind of leans over as you're looking at the map. What is it? You know what that is?
I don't. But somebody might.
It's kind of interesting. Like, don't you all patrol the mountain? I mean, it's a huge mountain range, so guess you can't know all of it. What is that, like hundreds and hundreds of miles?
It is.
Yeah.
There's not as many keepers as we'd like.
How many are there?
A few hundred, give or take.
Can just anybody join?
No.
So it's like a special club. You have to, like, fill out a form.
I mean, I might have been hasty when I said no. We do have people who aren't keepers per se. But every place needs workers of that kind.
Oh,
Stuff like that.
so like I could sweep the floors at Keeper Hall.
Good. It wouldn't turn you away.
Goals, right? I'm just kidding. I wouldn't make it.
You don't like the cold?
I can deal with the cold. Just, I'm too needy.
Eldon, in his head, goes, fucking yeah.
That was a joke.
It's fine. Ha.
It's like, there you go. That's what I was waiting to see. You do laugh.
I've been known to. Usually I laugh freely and often.
So what's changed?
Coming home, going home can sometimes be difficult. When you don't know what you're getting into.
This sounds like a cop-out. Because I haven't seen you laugh.
You
Except for
haven't-
right now.
You haven't known me that long. Actually, shit, he has, hasn't he? I'm trying to think of how long he's known me.
A few months.
Yeah. Let's go meet up with Kai. We've got everything we need here.
All right. He gathers up some of the stuff after you pay.
I totally imagine him just like about face turn, like he's
Yeah.
in regiment and just like
He does.
marching in place and then following me.
I picture him carrying everything
He is
you
carrying
want.
I just
everything.
imagine-
He's
well,
carrying as
all
much as he
all
can.
6.
He's just so earnest
Sets.
that I just imagine him doing that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm a soldier now.
Yep. I'm in the regiment.
He does it half jokingly. as
We
he
treat
gathers
him
everything.
like he is like 12 years old.
Eldon
Yes.
would not let him carry everything unless Desdeer really insisted.
No, he's not going to really He starts
has
it
nothing
like
to
a
prove.
joke again, and then when you like take things, he's like, "No, oh, here you go," and he hands over some stuff. Lazelle is like, "Don't forget to give me credit.
Will do.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your patronage. Thank you." As he's still thanking you as you walk out the door.
Ding. Little bell.
I appreciate it. As you're walking out the door, you kind of turn to Desi, and he's lifting things up, and then you hear, "Eldon?
Oh fuck.
Eldon, is that you?"
He like very slowly, like freezes and very slowly turns.
It's a voice you recognize. It's standing in front of you, or behind you, I guess, technically, is a human keeper. Probably a year or two older than you, but would have been in, like, your class, like, in the general classes that you were in. And next to her, so it's this woman, human, 20-ish, 22-ish, striking streak of white running through her jet black hair. This is Myris. She is one of the keepers. Next to her is her Drake Thyrix, who is this deep indigo, shimmering underbelly of silver, very like kind of regal presence that you've always noticed. They're standing there looking around and keeping track. And then right beside Myris is Tierden, who is a lizard folk who has all of these intricate ritualistic carvings etched into the scales of his tail. Represents like his family and his lineage. You know of Tierden, that Tierden is actually deaf and uses Iporian Sign Language, but can hear through his drake, Cassith, who is this sleek emerald-scaled drake. She has very sharp, kind of like bird-like features. And she's known to have this... She's very quick, very agile, and has this kind of like hit-and-run tactic that she does when they're out fighting or out in the mountains. And you also know that Tierden has this kind of habit for whittling little drakes out of wood. And so is kind of in the process of doing that as they're standing there. Puts it away. And Myris looks very shocked to see you. As their drakes stand behind them, and she looks at Tierden and says, "That's Eldon." And
He's going to take his gear, turn to Desi, just flip. Just pile everything on there.
Run, you fool.
and Myris heads over. They all head over to you. It's only a few steps, but she just like reaches out for a hug. Gives
I
a
wasn't
hug.
sure how that was gonna go. I'm like, are these bullies?
Well, I guess that would be. I was gonna throw it out to you of what kind of relationship. But a bully will still hug you if that's what you decide. But what kind of relationship?
Eldon would
you
be
have?
shocked that, or surprised, I should say, that they did that. That they like came in for a hug, because he certainly didn't think that anybody liked him enough for within the keepers for that. He was always kind of, because he didn't have the same access to the weave that everybody else seemed to. Even the younger kids, as they came up and surpassed him year after year, that's why he was always kind of like a outcast is a strong word, but he was a misfit. He didn't have what made keepers a keeper.
Right.
So he was something more to be pitied, I guess you could say.
Right. So she leans back. You can see again their drakes are on high alert, just looking around, keeping track of everything. And she looks very confused to see you. What are you doing down here in Dahim? Last that I heard, you left.
I did.
All right. Have you checked in or?
I was going to today.
Okay.
Do you run the Keeper's Hall here?
No. No, right now it's
Picking a name off the list.
yeah, Master Seisha is here.
I'm in trouble.
But
I'm grounded. I'm so in trouble.
no, Master Seisha is here. But have you heard about Andrax?
What? What happened?
Well, they arrested him. It's kind of weird.
For what?
You see Tierden reaches over and squeezes Myris's shoulder, and then they look at each other, and she signs to him, which I would say you would know a little bit. You were not necessarily.
I thought for some reason I had him. I thought it was one of the weird languages I picked, but I think that might have been one of the characters for the side thing.
What was it?
The different.
Sign language. Yeah. You pick up on a little bit of it where there's almost I'm going to say it anyway kind of thing that goes on, and Tierden is looking around, and she says, she kind of pulls you to the side, and Desi is just holding stuff in the middle of the street.
He's gonna look over to Desdear. I keep calling it Desi. I make it a point to say Desdear, not Desi. And he's gonna look over at him and go find Kai. I'll catch up with you.
Yes, sir. He kind of looks at the two other keepers and then heads in the direction that he
We'll
thinks
set
Kai went.
these drakes on you.
She leans back kind of casually against the wall, gestures for you to do the same. You're just chatting. And she says, I heard that he was asking questions. I don't know what about, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit weird. Why are you arresting one of the masters just for asking questions? Seems unnecessary, a little fishy.
It shouldn't be possible.
Yeah,
Andrax sat
on the council. I don't know. But after you left, there was a big to-do. I mean, we all know that you left. We heard about it. You weren't there, and suddenly we were there asking everybody where you went, and then I guess Andrax knew you'd left. If one of the masters tells you it's okay to go, you'd think that that's good enough. It's not like he was telling you to leave and never come back. Right? I mean,
I'm back.
You're back. You see her kind of looking around. No Drake?
No Drake.
Well, kind of weird.
Always has been.
Well, not that, but, you know, sorry that you still don't have your Drake. That's tough luck. But, you know, keep at it. But, you know, Andrax, I don't know. I just find it a little strange. He won't say it, but Tierden does too. It just doesn't make any sense.
No.
They're keeping him in Skyhome.
Well,
At least that's what I heard.
I plan on going there. I have a group.
Oh. Of
Friends.
keepers?
No. Friends.
Okay.
And
That one part of your group, she gestures to Desi.
Des
who's, like,
is dropping
drops
things, and he goes to
picking
pick
it
up one
and
pair
he's
of
like-
boots, and another one falls. And
You see somebody rushes over to help him. He's just got
Poor
one of those
Desi.
faces. He's got one of those
I just want to
cute
hear Benny,
faces.
just Benny Hill music as he just drops. Oh, jeez.
I feel so bad for poor Desi.
He gets somebody to come help him.
He's so cute.
He's just a big
Yeah.
smile at them, and then
It's why I love to hate him and hate to love him.
Because he's so adorable and like lovable. You're like, oh,
He's a
so
poor thing.
likable.
He's a poor thing.
Look, as we'd say in Cape Verdean, coitadinho.
Yeah, he's a
Coitadinho.
poor thing. Everyone loves a poor thing.
Coitadinho. Yes.
Does that mean he's a poor thing?
Yeah, it's a poor little thing, yeah.
Yeah.
well, I guess I don't know. Be careful.
If I check in at the hall, what do you think will happen?
She's gonna look at Tierden. They make eye contact with each other. And it's interesting because it's like, it's almost like you can see that they're speaking to one another, but not really. They're not really doing that connection that like a Drake has with their bonded partner.
But when you've grown up together, there's like that unspoken.
Yeah.
You just know.
Tierden starts to kind of patrol a little bit around where you're standing as if you're on official business or whatever. And Myra says, looking very sternly at the ground first for a moment, and she just like rubs her chin, and then she looks at you, Eldon. I think if you go check in, I don't think you're gonna be in charge of yourself anymore.
I thought so.
I think if you have plans to try to figure out what happened, all that goes away if you go see Master Seisha. I know she's the Master of Mercy, but I don't know that she can... Something doesn't feel right about this. I don't know.
He's gonna like slide his hood on and take the keeper emblem and like slide it back underneath and try to blend in. I mean, it's kind of tough. It's like I equate it to like how Jedi always wear those cloaks,
Yeah.
and that's supposed
if
to
you
make
don't
them.
know.
That's supposed to make them blend in because it's like
But then you're
a
like,
hermit's
every
cloak.
Jedi wears their
But
cloak like that.
Yeah, but it's we can see it.
Yeah, yeah.
But in universe, that's like I'm just like a traveler, you know?
And I'm invisible.
Yeah.
You can't see me.
I'm just a humble traveler. Don't mind my Jedi cloak. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to throw the hood on and tuck that away and try to, like, bunch the cloak around himself.
You see Tierden, who's making a very, like, loose semicircle around where you just starts whittling like a mad person, like, nervously,
That's his
anxiously
nervous
whittling.
tick. Oh, lizard boy.
What is
Deaf
a
lizard
little
boy.
hangman?
Just a wood chip
That's how he
in,
communicates,
Like
yeah.
a semicircle, just back and forth like a wood chipper.
I plan on figuring out why they did that to Master Andrax. I think we all deserve answers.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't use... I don't know. I'm not trying to stir up any trouble or anything like that, but just something feels different about this. I've never seen a master get arrested for talking. It's kind of part of his job, is to... have more insight into everything that has to do with Vascan Veterix, and I don't know. Something is off.
I wish I could talk more. I wish I could tell you everything. But I have to get going.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
You didn't see me?
Nope.
He's gonna shoot a look over at Tierden.
Tierden looks back at you. It's just like nods, and then keeps doing a little patrol.
I owe you. Both of you.
Yeah, we'll be rooting for you. I mean, there's not much that we can do from the inside. But if they kind of think you're not here, then I don't know.
Are you stationed here, or?
Yeah, for a little bit. There's a few more of us. It's been really tough since the... You know about the assassination, right?
I was there.
What? You were on Yumari Island?
I was.
How was it over there? Was it nice? I hear really good, like, nice things about it. It can't possibly be as nice as here, but...
It's hot. Wet. It's humid.
Well, that sounds like, just on the other side of the mountain.
It's not a bog. Or a swamp.
Okay. Better.
Slimy mudhole. My home this is.
Timing was perfect.
So did you see it? You were there? You were
I
there
was.
like you saw it.
20 feet.
Wow. Well, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why. It's not my job to think that high, but why the Aporian government would do a thing like that in the middle of paradise, or so I hear. Some people say we didn't, other people are saying absolutely and are praising for it, and then, the Apronans, though, they've just been kind of relentless, and they haven't been doing their end of the bargain, keeping kind of monsters at bay, and so things are just running amok out there.
Me and my new friends, we had dinner with Ambassador Euthris, and
No shit! Punches you in the arm.
climbing up in the world.
Wow.
But
All this and still no Drake.
no Drake.
Maybe you don't need one.
Not a Drake. But I didn't sense anything beyond the regular tensions. I don't think Euthris was behind it.
Well, they don't really act alone. I don't know who to believe. I just know that the Pranans have been not helpful.
The most we can do is serve the people and keep them safe.
Yeah.
So, well done. I must be going.
All right.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Careful.
He's gonna sense it's very strange to him because he has, to his knowledge, never really received even the bro hug
Yeah.
from one of the. He's gonna go in and give the hug that they already gave. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. She gives a little pat on the back.
And I'll see you soon, hopefully.
Be safe out there.
Back up into the alley.
Just like Homer into the bush.
You see this just official kind of her and Tierden make eye contact, nod to each other, and then continue walking with their drakes following behind you. One of them, I'm going to say the Tierden's drake, Cassith, the one who has the sharp bird-like features, stops and is looking at you. They don't have facial expressions like Theratrix would even be able to do, but she just looks at you silently for a moment and then turns and continues on.
Snitch.
I mean, they can only speak to their own person, so.
Someone's gonna Vulcan mind meld that thing. It's gonna whittle a note.
With that, you're shopping. You all come together. Desi is like, as he comes across all of you, finally, look what I got.
Wow, you got a lot of shit.
She's like,
Yeah, Kevin's gonna go,
all
you
this
got a lot of
stuff I
shit,
got."
buddy.
You see, he's got like a person who's been following him with it. He's like, you can put that down. Thanks so much, Gary.
Gary 6.
Garrus6.
Ah.
Garrus6. Thanks for your help. I really appreciate it. It's like, no problem, Des dear.
That was a character I made at one point.
That's actually a good one. I like that name.
I'm glad you're doing better since, you know, the horrible tragedy that happened in your life. No, I appreciate it, Garrus6. I really do. I'm glad you're doing better too. Give the wife and kids a kiss on the cheek for me. It's like, will do. Leaves all the stuff there for you guys.
And good luck with the job offer. Remember what I told you about trying to get that mortgage rate down?
I hope
go-
my reference helped.
Go for the 3.1, not the 4.5.
You want a fix, not a variable. So he just kind of drops everything down for you all. Yep, all me and my unlimited funds. For you all.
As Eldon walks, you do eye roll. And he's gonna reach into the pile. And he's gonna start like probably just divvying it up now.
Okay.
Am I with them now?
Everybody's together, yeah.
Where are we?
I don't know. Where are you?
Somewhere not
Park?
completely in the open.
I was
Okay,
gonna
not
say,
completely.
I picture us in front of a fountain.
There you go.
Okay.
Completely in the open.
That's not obvious.
How about you get to these,
I mean, you're
this
just
fountain
get
and
it-
you find Ayla
Sunbathing.
dancing because there's like a little bardic band there that's just like playing
Street
for coins, but
performers.
she ended up befriending and dancing, and that's where you find her.
Okay. So you are all there. It's gonna be anything that you need. It's gonna be a couple days, just basically generally for things that you all are asking for that you couldn't buy right off the bat. It's gonna be like a day or two. But Desi just says like, so I think I know Maury wanted to meet up just to chat. I can go find him and bring him here if you just want to talk out. It's a nice day. It's a little breeze, but
Yeah, sure, why not? Always fun talking to that guy.
well, you don't like Maury? Ayla, I've picked up on your sarcasm. I've been around you long enough.
You're learning.
I'm a very quick learner.
Yes, that'd be fine. I'm sure Murray wants to finalize when and where we're going.
Thank you, Kai. You need a category. Thanks, Kai.
All right, don't go anywhere. You can't anyway because then you'd be abandoning one of your crew. Eldon, and he slaps Eldon on the shoulder, said I was part of your group.
Did he?
Wow.
Didn't see that one coming. This is under breath. Didn't see that one coming.
I've been promoted.
Congratulations,
That's
Desi.
exciting. I'm
Yeah.
really happy for you, buddy. You're one of us.
I am. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Eldon.
You made Eldon one of the Woven Fates?
Eldon is one of
I
the
mean,
Woven
you
Fates.
made Desi one
No,
of the
Eldon
Woven
is definitely
Fates?
one of the Woven Fates.
Yeah, part of the crew. Our fates are woven together.
Eldon looks over at him just the way I'm looking at you like right now, like, what?
You said I was part of the crew. I'll be back. Don't abandon me. That sucks. And then he runs off to go fight
Don't
Maury.
abandon me again in my life.
Like, for real, pretty please.
I'm desperate.
When he
Sad
leaves.
boy.
Don't make sad boy sad.
You're gonna drive that home with your sad. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, in the meantime,
So we're 6 now.
I have no idea where he got that from.
Yeah, I'm sure he pulled it out of his ass.
in the
I
meantime,
don't know
for
what's
the ladies,
in or out of his ass, but it wasn't me.
she
I
reaches
didn't
in
assume
and
you
she
did
pulls
know,
out
but now I have questions.
3 tickets. Little mini scrolls, because the tickets don't exist in Swirl, I suppose.
They're
For
tickets. Yeah, they're tickets.
a spa for tomorrow. All day, food included, massaging, and alcohol.
What's a spa?
You will love it. Remember the hot springs? It's like that, but longer and more pampering.
See, when I was in the hot springs, I had my first vision, so that was kind of a little. It's not going to be like that, right?
No, we won't trigger that.
Oh, okay, good. All right, good.
I figure we are here another day or so, I'd imagine, so
Why not? Yeah.
unwind. You two can go work out or fight. Whatever it is that you do for relaxation.
I'm sure we can keep ourselves occupied for the time.
Yeah, see, that's
You see
You
a little
fighting a
head pop
fucking-
out of my bag.
Which one is it?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I don't want to be surprised with either, sir. Okay.
Why not both?
And it's fighting.
All right, that's the better of the two options at this point.
Is it?
If it's by surprise, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying, at least I have a chance to fight back.
You see a little head
Can't
pop
fuck
out of my
back.
bag, like, meow. Me too? Yeah, you'll come with us. It's
Kitty
fine.
spa.
Kitty spa.
I'm not sure at what point in the conversation I
fang,
walked into.
A little like
You've been there the whole
claw
time.
Manicure.
I meant me.
Oh.
I've been noticed
By whom?
You've been noticed many times, I've noticed.
by other keepers.
Is
Oh,
that
shit.
bad?
Could be. Luckily, these were friendly friends.
No, we are again going to be here for several more days.
Yeah.
Do we get you a disguise?
I think I just have to lay low. If one of the masters sees me, there'll be questions, and I'll be forced to go with them.
How often do these masters walk the streets?
Well, they usually stick to the halls. It's usually the fledged that walk the streets. But still,
Do you think the ones that you saw are going to go tell them?
I don't think so.
But others
She's-
might.
She earned my trust.
Should that trust be put in the wrong hands and they do whatever with you, where would they take you?
He's going to take out that little map, and he's going to point to Skyhome / the Nest. And we are way down here. They would take me, most likely, to Skyhome, to Citadel of the Keepers.
Okay. So if he does go missing, we will start there.
That's a long ways away.
It
Many-
certainly is.
Days, weeks, how long?
Weeks.
Weeks.
Yikes.
What is each square?
20, 25 miles. You're like looking at a good 400 miles.
Well, then fine, you're fucked.
Well, fuck you then.
I was only going to go 50 miles.
Might not be a
No
bad
one walk
idea
500 miles.
to get a change of clothes outside of your keeper's uniform.
Yeah. I think that's smart. I have to keep low. They would have recognized me by my face anyways.
Perhaps we can-
There's not many keepers.
Perhaps we can do something about that.
She pulls out blue paint.
That's more like
Yeah.
I mean, we can, with enough makeup, we can make you look not like you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm going to assume that was a Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Patient.
Okay. I've only saw her at the one time, so. I'm going to wear the bustier.
Frankenfurter.
Me?
Yeah, now you said it. Now I want
I
to
really
see.
have. I don't.
Come on.
Neither I or Eldon have enough in the chest department. Sorry.
Neither do I. Don't feel bad. Neither do I. For everyone. It's fine. I don't either.
My fucking throat just closed up.
Oh, I'm glad I could be of service.
You hear a familiar voice of Maury who says, "All right, well, we are all gathered, ready to depart." And you see Maury with Desi Fernilly and Yuri all approaching your group. I see you're all geared up and ready to head out into the wilderness.
We're still waiting on some supplies.
We have things on special order.
You see his face kind of drop a little bit. Well, He looks up at Fernilly. She's looking at all of you, smile on her face. She definitely has done her best to remain, like, in good spirits since Zix disappeared, we'll say. But she just kind of looks at each of you. That's not really in our plans. Well, I don't know, Maury. What do you want to do? And he looks over. Maury looks over at Iolite. You know, I actually... Let's go have a chat. I'm just going to steal Iolite for a moment. Have a quick talk.
Sure, yeah.
Within eyesight.
Agreed.
We're still at that point. He looks at Iolite. And
Always.
kind of... He looks genuinely saddened by that as he looks at you. Okay. And Fernilly nods to him, and then he steps off to the side with you.
We are assholes.
Merely concerned.
You see Fernilly and Yuri just standing close to each other. Yuri smiles over Kethra, nods. And Fernilly asks you all, so, how are you doing? How's everybody holding up?
Ducky.
It's kind of new for everyone except for, Eldon. This is your hometown. Not hometown. Right?
No.
It's homeworld.
What?
Homeworld.
Oh.
You're like world of home.
I literally didn't hear what you
Oh.
said. So.
Was nice to sleep in a room that wasn't rocking all night.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan. of,
My mind, man.
It was fantastic to have several pillows again.
It's always good to have your feet on solid ground, at least in my estimation. I mean, being out on the ocean's really good for, like, gathering all of that energy from the clouds and just kind of harnessing it, but there is a lot of rocking.
Food here is interesting.
It is.
Everything is spicy.
Yeah. She stares at all of you, one after the other.
You're alright, Fernilly?
Yeah, I guess it's just,
bitch.
You're alright? Like, what's going on with you?
It's your malfunction.
She's like, I guess I'm just, I don't know. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Why are you disappointed?
I just thought that we were beyond suspicion of each other, given that the only ones who've really been hurt have been us. No one's tried to...
It's nothing personal.
It
It
feels
might
pretty
feel-
personal
it
when
might
someone
feel-
doesn't trust you.
It isn't that we don't trust you. It's...
You don't trust anyone.
And it's Iolite.
Yeah. It
But
was Zix.
Iolite, and I mean this in no disrespect to Zix or his memory, but you need Iolite.
Wouldn't you protect Zix the same way if you had the opportunity that we're protecting Iolite now?
I guess I should have.
Or if we wanted to take Maury a bit away and talk to him, would you not have concern? Even the slightest bit.
For me personally, I always have concern, but it's a different animal. I Yuri would probably be fine with it. And Yuri looks over and is like, "Yep." Fernilly just... She's like a mom.
Then you do understand.
Meh. She trusts you, but... Like a mom trusts anybody with their kid. She's like, I'm not a mom. You are not my children. I just... That's all I'm saying is, you know, I get the sense that you're still real, like, don't think that we're who we say we are, even though we, you know, covered up a murder and are trusting that what you, sir, say happened, and that you didn't sit across from Zix and slice his throat open with a dagger. Because you said you didn't. And so we're trusting that story.
Just the same way we're trusting that this story that Maury knows where these are.
Well, he hasn't done anything to show otherwise.
Neither have we. We're just trusting that we're just trusting with what you say. So the same way you're trusting with what we say. It's nothing personal. This is how we survived this long.
2 months does not erase a lifetime of suspecting others of the worst.
I trust you more than I trust anyone out there. People
How
I don't
long have
know.
you all known each other?
Long enough.
6 months? 8?
In that 6 months, 8 months, we've met gods, stopped gods.
She was lovely.
We fought, bled, some of us died, and came back. That does something, that means something.
It
Now,
does.
in the future, it's a hard road ahead, and we may gain that same trust with you, Maury, and the rest of your group. Just because it hasn't happened yet does not mean that it won't.
It's a hard sell to lose somebody that you care about and still have the people that you lost them for not trust you. I'm just gonna leave that. And you do your thing. She walks away from you all, and Yuri stands there is like, oh,
Yeah, you might want to go with her.
no,
Please do.
Fernilly, she is good at listening to other people, but if you try to talk to her, she doesn't. I'll just...
Yeah, I was meaning by you are probably not going to like what I'm about to say. What the hell is her fucking problem?
She lost someone that was close to her. Through no one's fault, and that can be frustrating.
Yeah, but the math isn't mathing. She's expecting us to trust her 100% when she doesn't trust us 100%.
Well,
I'll just
people aren't always reasonable.
go
That's why I said... that's why Kevin goes, that's why I said you might want to go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go stand like right over there.
Probably a good idea. It's probably a lot more comfortable for you.
Yuri's like,
On the other side of the fight.
yeah. You see them get ready to pull out their little roach. So like, heading over.
Weed's illegal here, so just like all the authority.
No.
Nope,
He
this
just-
ain't
He just
international
sings
waters.
himself to a different time to get out of it or something.
She cannot expect us to trust them simply based on the fact that the only reason we are here is because they need something that we have, like you
Exactly.
said.
It's not that not that I don't trust them at all. I do trust them more than I trust any normal person running around or most people that we've ever worked with so far. But I will never trust them 100% until they prove that. And
I-
they have not proven that.
Agreed.
I trust them with my life.
I trust them with mine, but I
I
don't
don't
know if I
trust
trust them
them
with
with-
yours.
I don't trust them with Iolite.
Exactly what I was thinking. I don't trust them with any one of yours, but I do trust them with my own. I would trust Yuri with my own. But I don't know if I can trust all of them. With any of you. Especially you, Iolite.
She's
You have
not
too
there.
much to gain.
Speaking to her back.
Oh, yeah, I'm not there.
Oh yeah, you're off-running, especially Iolite. They have too much to gain from it.
I don't trust their motivations. That is what
I
it
also
comes
don't wanna
down
create
to.
a problem.
I wasn't lying or telling a mistruth when I said that the road ahead is long and is hard. And we will face many difficulties.
Yes.
Gives us plenty of time, maybe gain some trust.
Agreed.
We risked our lives for Yuri. We'll see in time if they will risk their lives for one of us.
Yes. They seem to forget that fact.
Well, I for one can't blame them for perhaps not trusting all of us 100%.
Oh, I mean,
I'm under no illusions.
completely.
You fucked up.
No, I did not mean it in that manner. I just mean...
I was gonna say, I was like, I
No, I mean, they have...
Sorry, dude.
They should
I
not...
know you were like really. You done got someone killed, boy.
It is my fault when Zix died. Though I didn't hold the blade, it is still my fault.
But... if it truly was you who pulled the blade, why go through all the confession and everything? That is what they do not see. There's no logic in that. We could have handled that much differently.
Agreed.
Regardless, we're going to be spending a lot more time with them, as Eldon said,
Yay.
in a dangerous and hard road. So I guess it wouldn't hurt. Perhaps we give them a little slack as they've given me.
I will try.
And we cut. Oh, go ahead.
I'll try my best, but no guarantees.
We cut over to Mori with Iolite. He's sitting on the edge of the fountain on the other side. Yuri kind of comes over. He's like, oh. There you go. Oh. And then just keep walking out. Mori sits there, takes your hand, if I may.
Don't touch her.
I'm sorry about them. They're
It's-
very, very protective.
We cannot dally. We need to go. And I would like to propose that you come with us.
Just me? Or all of us?
You, protected by myself and the other Astrom's End, you, all of us together, I think would be fine. We really must move forward. I would like to get to Rilsk as soon as possible. We have leads into the meadows, but there are some towns that border the mountain range up on the top of the Eporian region that I've not named. In the Tatakia region that I believe will have a little bit more insight and information, and we can't go blindly into the meadows. And so I think we should continue on quickly. It's my understanding that at least one of your party is from here, and there are questions surrounding his whereabouts. It could slow us down.
So you think we can't even wait till tomorrow?
No, I would like to go today.
It's that time sensitive?
Yes. Every day that we dally, it takes longer.
I mean, I wouldn't say we're dallying. We're waiting for supplies.
I bought spa tickets.
But you have
He doesn't need to know about this.
Well, I'm going to assume that as much as I would love for you to say yes to my proposal, that you will not. I had to ask, but no.
It's not just my decision to make, I guess.
What do you mean? We're just asking that you come with us.
Oh, you are asking just me?
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, Eldon has some baggage in this area. Could slow us down if we were to be caught up in all of it. I would like to, as I said, make haste up north, get as much information as we possibly can so that we can head out into the meadows with that data.
Eldon is from here. And he doesn't have baggage. This is... I don't know, I don't like that. And I don't like that you're trying to separate me from them.
I am not. I am asking if you would join us to go north.
And
I'm
how
not
would
trying to
I
force
find
you.
them again?
We can
How
leave
would we
them with
reconnect?
a sending stone to continue communicating.
And it really can't wait? One day? Is it just Eldon you're worried about? Or is it...
Well, in this particular region, it sounds as if, based off of my contacts, that people have been looking for him. And if people are looking for you, that tends to never be a good, hey, let's have a quick conversation and then see you on your way kind of thing. I mean, you can tell them goodbye, we have supplies, and then you can come with us. We get the information and then find the shard in the meadows. And then you've got everything that you need. You can meet up with them later.
I don't know that that's everything I need. Can I think about it?
You can think about it, but I feel as though you know the answer already. We'll be leaving very soon. I can tell that your group is still wary of us. Understood? I do indeed understand. And as he says that, you can actually see behind him, like a little bit, you can see Fernilly's just kind of like, she's not looking at you, she's just, she's within eye vision distance of you all. It's just like, she can't hear you or anything, but how about this? We'll leave you with a sending stone. And you can let us know when you're ready to meet up. Desi will come with us. Fernilly, she can take care of him.
Okay. And I do think we should get out of here quickly too. Just, I think, the morning.
All right.
I'll see what everyone else thinks, but I think the sending stone is a good start if you are planning on leaving right now.
Yes, we're going to leave tonight. I'll let you know whatever information that we find out about the shard when we see you next.
Okay.
He pats your hand. I will say that it is good at least to know where your priorities lie.
Yeah.
Looking at me like,
Ouch, man.
Dude's a dick.
but I understand.
Maybe you could ask Desi who he wants to stay with. If he wants to go with you.
No, I think I'll keep him.
Well, that's what I'm fishing for, is to see what this response is.
I need a hostage, and if I can't
That's
take you,
what
I'll take
That's
this.
what I'm getting at right now, is what the intention was there.
We can ask Desdear, but I think I know what his choice will be.
Okay.
Please know, I'm disappointed, but I'm not trying to be off-putting about it. We have a mission to complete, and your safety is important. I trust that this group of folks that you are with, they love you and they care about you. So you should be fine. But I can assure you that you would be very much safe with us.
All right, then.
Don't forget about your true mission.
I won't. I do still, that is still a very big priority.
You are destined for great things.
I'll try to get us out as quickly as I can.
All right, let's go ask Desdear. Because we do have to be on our way. He stands up very kind of briskly and starts walking back over. Fernilly right away is just like, whoop, starts heading back over to your group. She stays a little bit on the outskirts this time, but still has her smile, just as you all come back to. So we are going to be moving forward. I proposed that Iolite come with us, Astrum's End, so that we can continue doing our research and then head straight into the meadows.
We straightens up at that phrase.
We have some leads, but Iolite did not jump at the chance, and so I don't think, although she said she would like some more time to think about it, I don't believe that that's necessary. Instead, we'll continue on. We can move quickly, go to our destination. He looks up at Eldon. We don't want to get caught up with your official business. Get intertwined. It'll slow us down on our true mission. You understand, I'm sure.
I understand.
And so that just leaves Desdear, my friend. He looks up at Desi, who's just like, you can already see, like, his hands are sweating. As he's just like...
It's like the teacher called on him when he wasn't ready.
I think it would be best if you came with us. For Nilly, she has the ability to kind of make sure that you remain in good spirits and are healthy. But of course it is your choice. Whether you come with us or go with the Woven Fates. And Desdear just looks like a deer in the headlights, kind of. He looks over at Fernilly. He looks at Iolite.
Each group's like, waving chocolate Mars.
I'm going to have everybody here actually make a charisma roll. Just a straight charisma.
Can I fail it on purpose? Because Eldon would not be
It's
super-
more about reading what your
Wow, that was a really bad roll.
I gotta go
It's
for it.
more
I gotta
about
use it.
what?
reading what your expression is telling him.
Okay.
Oh, this could have been worse than mine.
First one was better, so.
Yeah, my first one was better too. I got a 1.
Okay. All right.
No
okay,
charisma.
okay.
Don't worry because it's totally like nixed out by my net 20.
Oh, that's funny. That's
So-
funny.
What you just fist bumped. No, you just fist bumped that. That was the nat 1 on the charisma.
What does Kethra want Desi to do?
Honestly, Kethra doesn't care, but Kethra's just kind of looking at him like, make your decision, buddy.
If she was leaning on a fence and even slightly had to lean one way or another.
She would probably, for Iolite's sake, want Desi to be with us, but then for Eldon's sake, for them to be with Astrum Zem, but she's going to be like, I think he'd comfort Iolite, so she would go with that
Okay.
side.
So with a nat 1, he can read everything on your face. So
17.
okay. What is Kai's expression revealing?
He is not apprehensive about Desi staying with us, but he's given him the look of he knows Desi has that, like, I don't want to say, like, owes it to Mori to choose Mori over us, but he's kind of like giving him the nod, like, you don't have to say us, like, because you've been, like, after all that Mori's done, he doesn't want to have that insulting, like, oh yeah,
So
I'm done.
diplomatic.
Yeah.
So diplomatic.
Eldon, I'm going to assume, well, with a nat 20, unless you're trying to hide the expression.
Ah, God, I'm going to regret this. Eldon wants Iolite to be happy.
But looking straight at Desi when he's looking at you, what does his expression?
With a nat 20, can I just be blank?
Yes.
His thought process is Eldon wants Iolite to be happy. Eldon doesn't really like Desdeer for that reason, but her happiness takes precedence. So if that means that Desi comes with us so she's happy, and that's what... I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to explain
Yeah, no.
that with a look.
He gives Desi, like, half a smile.
And then half a frown. Victim. I don't fucking know.
Ayla, what did you roll?
A 9.
Okay. What would Ayla's facial expression be telling Desi?
It went from angry at the fact that they had asked Iolite, that they had the audacity to, like, ask Iolite to go with them alone, and then when it came to the Desi question, it goes from, like, anger when she looks at him to a smile, but it's like a sad smile.
Okay. And what did you roll?
16.
Okay. What's Iolite's expression?
Well, I think I think she, not necessarily a face of like, you come along, it'll be fun, but more of a like, Jesus Christ, I just got really freaked out by that conversation, and if you go with him, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, he might keep you hostage or do something to you. So it's sort of like almost like a pleading, kind of, nervous look.
Before, like, while all this is happening, Eldon is going to look over at Desi. Everybody knows his issue with bears, right? That would happen on the boat on that other ship, but
When I showed him my bear? Yeah.
right, but we all
Everybody-
heard. I was in the hold when that was discussed, right? So I would know.
Yeah,
this.
so I mean, at some point in the conversations, he would have said, or you would have known that, like, when he saw his mother die, she died brutally and converted quickly.
But Eldon knows that it's bears that freak him out.
It's not bears. It's like the situation. Like, he can see a bear and he would be fine. It was like high adrenaline, bear in his face, and like crazy thing, like
A
things.
stressful situation
Stress.
can trigger it.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
I thought it was like
he can see a bear and he's all right. He's not afraid of bears. It's the
Okay.
Made me think of like a PTSD, like
Well, I thought
trigger,
that's-
where it was
Yeah.
like the fighting, the bear.
the
like-
adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will ask, if he were to have to fight a bear, would that happen again, or is there a chance that would happen again? Because I kind of got that sense, but
I don't
He
think
can
the
have
possibility
he
is
can
ever
have
no.
a panic attack just walking down the street.
But I
so
do
never
have
mind.
spell sticks now.
So then never-
that
I'm-
Fernilly gave me.
I was going to say
I
something
can do
as
something
Eldon, but
about it.
if I was under the wrong impression. So.
Well, I mean, all you would know as Eldon is that the bear thing happened, and you know that his mother was he would have told you that his mother was a bear when she brutally converted back into a human because she was dying. So that's what he would have think. There's no other reason.
I had the complete wrong idea. Is all. Since then, I thought it was bears that set him off. Like if you got attacked by a bear, he'd freak out. Kind of like how when if you get bit by a dog as a kid,
You're always
like
gonna pick the
usually
dogs.
almost everybody who gets bit by a dog as a kid later on is like, they don't like dogs. It's kind of what I thought.
Okay. I'm doing some mental. Yeah. All right.
Fourteen.
Do we have to pitch him off a cliff?
He goes over to you, Iolite, and he looks down at Maury and he's like, "You're leaving now?" And Maury nods. So time is of the essence. We have certain deadlines for things that we're looking for, certain connections that we need to make before they disappear, and we must go. And Desi looks at you, Iolite, and just kind of puts his hands on your shoulders. And then he pulls you in for a really strong hug and kisses the top of your forehead. And then leans back. You're going to be all right with them. And I'll check in when I can. And Fernilli comes over and just kind of like rubs his back, and he looks back at her, and then he hugs you again. You have the stone I gave you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm not abandoning all of you. I know I'm the newest member of the Woven Fates, but I gotta duty calls. Like a solo mission.
I understand that. Eldon will put his hand out to shake.
He shakes your hand, strong.
Good luck.
You too. I mean, we'll see each other in a little while.
Ayla gives him a hug. Yes. It should not be too long.
Yeah, what is it, like, I don't know, hundreds of miles? It'll be fine.
You crossed an ocean. What is a few miles across land?
Yeah.
Good journey, Desmere.
You too. Kethra?
Luck.
Gives Iolite another kiss on the forehead again. Says, I love you. Be safe. Be good. And I'll check in. It's better for me to go. I don't want to slow you down. They're used to my shit already. You don't want a guy like screaming in a dark cave or something when you're trying to sleep.
She's gonna pull him into like a tight hug around the neck. I can't lose you again.
I lost you.
I thought I lost you.
Well, you didn't. I'm here. I'm good. You're gonna be fine.
And you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm gonna be great.
I love you too.
He looks at Iolite, and then you see him look over at Eldon, actually. And,
I think I actually will stay.
and then he makes eye contact with you one more time and just says, you couldn't have picked a better guy. And then he turns around, and Maury just looks at all of you. We will, we'll have the sending stone sent to, you're at the Gilded Goblet. We'll check in.
And where is it we are supposed to meet you?
Likely in Rilsk, whenever you're ready.
You're familiar with this place?
It's the capital city.
I've never been to the capital, but I know my way through the mountains.
Very well.
Safe travels. Stay safe. He looks at Iolite.
You too.
Your destiny awaits you far beyond these mountainous ranges and beyond vast Gand and Rilsk, and stay safe. Think about where you belong and get there. All right. Yuri turns around. We're off. You see Yuri's face kind of drops a little bit as they're like, oh. All right. Bring it in. Gives Kethra a hug. Here's a little something for you.
Just imagine when you give like the hug, it's just
Here's a bag
just
of oregano.
weed smoke, just poof,
Yeah.
just comes out of.
Out of the dreads.
Ooh, contact high. And Nick's gonna stick his head out and put his little paw out to Yuri.
He puts his hand on. All right. Stay safe, everyone.
You too.
Don't
Safe
run into
travels.
any more, hags or whatever. All right. They can't save you this time. And then Fernilly stops, and before they all start walking away, she gives you all like a genuine smile.
Until we see you again, Fernilly.
Absolutely.
The Vascan is beautiful, but it's dangerous. Be careful.
You too.
She gives a political smile.
Take care of him.
Oh, you don't have to ask me. He's great. He's gonna be fine.
I know.
All right. Enjoy your travels, everyone.
God, this chick hates us.
Bye. She turns around and walks off.
Because she's the big bad evil dude. I'm telling you,
I
it's
don't
changed.
trust her, I
It's
know.
her.
And as you watch Desi, he's not the type to not turn around. There are certain people in this world, those that will not turn around when walking away and those that will. And Desi is absolutely the kind of person that turns around. In fact, he is the kind of person that stops for a moment, turns around and looks at you.
Runs back in dramatic fashion.
Close. He's not quite that type of person. But he does stop for a moment, look at you, and then turn back around and head off and disappear into the crowd. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh